It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism.
What he means by pessimism is resistance. And that's what COINTELPRO was all about, stopping the resistance.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change.
We hide it in plain sight. One of Plato's greatest works was the allegory of the cave. I feel in order to understand the political matrix, we need only to look into this allegory. We first have to open our minds to the possibility everything is not as it seems. That things we've always known to be truth may be lies. For if we can't perceive the lies we've ingested, we can't see the bars on our mental conditioning. For that is how you walk out of the cave and see the political matrix. Hello. This is the Political Matrix. I am your host, Marcus Young Morpheus Cage, here with my lovely colleague, Miss Voodoo herself, Tio.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I decided that I wanted to push the show to today because I wanted to just give us a little bit more time to kind of go over. You guys know that they did that Epstein drop. You know, I guess, well, some people are scared to say the name. I'm just gonna still do it and whatever. We'll go from there. But they're scared to, you know, to say the name. We'll say the name, but I wanted to give a little bit more time to try to go through it. It's over 3 million files that were dropped. And so it's going to take some time for more people to figure out a lot of the stuff. First, I want to say before I get into it at the top of the show, and I'm sure I'll mention this again, shout out to Sabby, because Sabby was doing the damn thing. I watched 2 of her videos covering, and she went over a couple of very interesting things. And so we will get into that. I feel like we got to talk about Nicki Minaj a little bit. Got to talk about Don Lemonhead just a little bit.
They yoke that ass up quick too.
Yeah. I did want to kind of bring up something about some of the social media platforms. Something that I've been noticing on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have been noticing or not, but I just wanted to bring it up and double check because I thought it was kind of interesting and not in a good way. And then I want to bring up a couple of things about TikTok. So I guess that's my main overarching themes that I have going on. I want to talk about, and I'm sure we got much more stuff. But first off, how's everything going with you, Till?
It's great. Shout out to Woodens out of Surrey and Spring Grove. They threw a fucking bomb ass shindig last night, and I had a time. Line dancing is definitely a great hobby. I'll probably end up slowing down soon, but with all good things coming in. But man, I've had a great run during it. You know what I'm saying? But man, I had a great time last night. Them motherfuckers know how to party, baby. And outside of that, it's just been a wild week in the news, man. I've been peeping some shit, noticing some shit that, you know, I'm gonna break off on certain topics because they're all kind of connected. Everything's pretty much connected these days.
Mm-hmm.
And just some other things that I've been paying attention to, like world-wise and shit. Just like for instance, have you heard about those sharks that live in the volcano? Yeah. Have you heard about that huge ass squid they found, and then they found out it was a baby? Yeah, we got some things to talk about tonight.
Yeah,
we got some things to talk about tonight.
Yes,
So,
I'm definitely excited to hear these topics.
Yeah, man, it's been some wild things. So, like, you know what I'm saying? On top of your list, you know, of course, we do want to talk about ice. There's some things that I want to piggyback off of that in reference to ice. In my drunken stupor, I wrote down Minnesota Death Ray. That is not what they have out there, but in my brain and while I was drunk, that's what it felt like. So I remember that. And then of course we're gonna talk about Nicky M, some Epstein things, of course. Um just it's very complex week. And I'm just saying, like, oh, and happy Black History Month, y'all. It's the first day
Oh,
of Black History Month. So let's not lose sight of the fact that the shortest month of the year goes to the Negroes. Woo!
and just be prepared for next week is definitely going to be a hell of a packed show. It'll be back on Saturday for next week, but that one is going to be specifically a Black History show. So be prepared for it. I'm gonna try to get us a couple of guests, see if they would like to join. But if not, I don't care. We still gonna do what we do over here. First, I'll throw a couple of shout outs. I see Warren is in the building. What's up, Warren? Glad to see you. I see Miguel is in the building. Lady Alex is here also, gracing us with her presence. And I see Real King Dan on YT. Haven't seen before, but welcome. And who else do we see? Well, and for those who are who are just watching, who haven't who haven't hopped in the chat and prefer not to hop in the chat, or if you're doing something you just listen, I'm glad that you're here. And for those who will be watching later on, welcome and thank you for watching. First, I guess I wanted to start off with the whole Melania thing.
Her movie sucks.
I definitely don't want to put any money towards it. I heard somebody say, they said, if this was a movie like about the real Melania, how she went from Slovenia and to Epstein to Donald Trump, yeah, I want to hear that story, but not this fake one. It's kind of I'm kind of wondering. I'm a little puzzled by what's going on because I've seen in the UK, I've seen in Australia, and a bunch of other places where this is like not selling out anywhere. And then I've seen a couple of TikToks videos about it not selling out anywhere in the US, and it's like very, very low purchases being bought. But somehow, did you hear what the box office numbers are for her so far?
-2.
No.
Who went to go see this shit?
So far, she's closing in on around $7 million in the opening weekend, which is a record for a documentary.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
What?
Yeah.
Is he really making money right now off this movie?
Let's see. S.I. Kirk, and hello to you. Yeah, she's making money off of this movie. Let me pull up. I'll just
That's
give you
stupid.
I'll give you some of the headlines.
That's dumb.
Melania arrives with strong box office showing for a documentary. Amazon backed the Bricks trunk up for this Vanity Fair film, resulting in weekend ticket sales of around 7 million in North America. Yeah, Melania's film earned 7 million in US, strongest documentary debut in over a decade.
Nah, bro. You telling me she making more money than JFK's documentary?
Yeah.
And that man was a US citizen?
And here's the thing about it.
Mm-mm.
Here's the thing about it, which makes it even crazier. It's one of the most expensive documentaries made. And you would think, okay, it's a documentary about Melania. Well, is this going to cover like Melania's like her whole origin story and her modeling career and all this other stuff and what her life is like? No, this covers just about like a 20-day period, roughly, on her what is it? Right before the inauguration of Trump coming back into the White House the second time.
That's
so
stupid.
Yeah, a documentary of about 3 weeks of her life around, becoming first lady a second time. And it's for one, that's mind-boggling to me, but the amount of money, and thank you, Lady Alex. I gotta put this on the screen. Brett Ratner directed it, an Epstein friend.
Oh,
Brett
Jesus.
Ratner, who is in a picture. I think I do have the picture like saved somewhere, but Epstein is sitting on the couch with a woman, and then there's another woman in between, and Brett Ratner on the other side. Now they have the women's faces redacted, but yeah, the same Brett Ratner who did what is it, the Rush Hour films.
Oh, damn. Rush Hour was done by an Epstein friend?
Yes, it was.
No.
Yeah.
Jesus. I love
Well,
Rush Hour.
but there's so many other movies that are done by Rush Hour friends. I mean, you know how many were done by Weinstein?
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, yeah. Honestly, most of our movies and our entertainment has, let's see, it has an asterisk next to it. And so you almost have to say, you know what? Either you take the approach, I can respect the art and ignore the person or ignore the people connected, or I got to just throw it all the way out, because it's hard to find any that I feel like is what's the word? What's the word I'm trying to find, that they are not muddied up or dirtied up in this process. Because it seems like almost for you to get to that level, you got to play in the mud a little bit. So I don't know. That's right. And let's see. Before that, Miguel said, didn't it cost like 70 million to make? No, actually, it didn't cost 70 million to make. It cost 30 million to make, and Amazon bought it for 45 million.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
This is a $75 million documentary. One of the most expensive documentaries of all time. For you to document Melania, 3 weeks in the life of Melania right before inauguration. I don't get why it, for one, costs that much. But I start to come to a little bit of a theory. What if this isn't about the documentary or how well the sales did or any of that? What if this is just another way
to distract us? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that too, but it's just a way. Thank you. There we go. Money laundering. That's a way where Jeff Bezos can easily slide a nice chunk of money over to the Trumps. For I don't know what he would want them to do for him, but it's just a way that money can get passed along to the Trumps. I believe that Melania herself ended up making 28 million directly out of this so far. So now that
motherfucker put a price tag on anything. I mean, shit, if you gotta sell shit, I bet you if I could fucking package up my farts, there's somebody that'll buy them off of Amazon. Shit.
I guarantee you the reason why it ended up making even the 7 million is the Trumpers in America heard how bad it was doing worldwide.
We gotta go save our savior.
Yep. They had to get out there and support her.
Stupid asses. And
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the money is just like literally just backdropped in where they're like, yo, here, throw 4 million in there, to kind of cover so it doesn't look as bad.
Well, I promise you that's probably got a lot to do with anything that's dealing with that last re-election and all that other shit. They really got to find a way to clean some of this motherfucking money up. Not to mention, like, they got some things going. Man, it don't matter. That's the other thing that I'm not understanding. None of that shit matters, Marcus.
Yeah.
This man just got name dropped in the goddamn Epstein file for the last 5 months, and ain't nobody done shit yet. So, fuck y'all gonna do now?
It's even gotten worse now, the stuff that's been released, which we'll get
Calendar
into.
girl. Oh my god.
It's even gotten worse lately. But you know, I figured I'd start out on the Melania because that sort of is a light start. But I mean, because when you really think about what it actually ties into and the real reasons for them doing this stuff, it just gets darker and darker. But another thing that I saw that I wanted to talk about was shoot, I didn't want to not the ice raids, not that that does tie to the ice raids because part of one of the conditions that they said for moving out of Minnesota is they wanted the voting rolls of Minnesota. Now it don't look like they're going to get that, and it looks like they're kind of slowly backing things out. But at the same time, they just basically did a raid into Georgia and went in and took a whole lot of the voting roll stuff. Like the FBI just went in there like with a bench warrant that they got from the courts in Missouri. Did you hear what I said? Did that make any sense to you?
No.
They got a judge in Missouri to get a warrant for them to go into Georgia and go and get the 2020 election rolls.
Is that but was it a federal judge?
Yeah, they found a federal judge in Missouri after going around to multiple judges in many jurisdictions. They found the judge that would give them the warrant to go in.
I don't even know why I asked that. Like, I like they following rules. That's funny. So I asked that question. Like, but wait, was it a? It don't even matter. They're not even following rules. They're just following the nigga that'll pay. Like they can pay to do the work.
Well, they're at least trying to give a fig leaf that they're following the law, because this is Pam Bondi doing. This is Pam Bondi's doing. So since she's a lawyer, she knows. Okay, well, I gotta have a warrant for that, but let me go and find a random ass judge, and more than likely, if you look at it, it's probably a MAGA judge who approved this, and it's like, the statute of limitations on any kind of voting or election stuff that you felt would be a problem is up after a 5-year period. This has been 6 years. So I don't know what you think you can do with this information. Even if you did find an alleged crime, the expiration on that is 5 years. So you couldn't charge anybody with anything. And I'm pretty sure Pam Bondi knows that. So you got to ask, what is she doing this for?
To waste our money.
Well, I think what she's doing it for is they know that right now it's looking bad on a whole lot of the midterm stuff. And I think they're trying to save some ground. So far you already have the Trump administration, as far as midterms, they're losing in many deep red areas already. And so if they're already losing in deep red areas, it's going to be bad for that administration. Now, what that changes, I don't entirely know. But I know that it's like right now they're already losing seats in deep red Texas. They've lost some seats in deep red Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're playing around with the voting rolls in Georgia and in Minnesota. Their goal is to get into Minnesota. So, I don't know exactly what they're trying to do with it, but I just thought it was something worthy of bringing up because I don't know. I got the feeling that this is going to come back around, whether it results in some kind of actual change of anything or whether somebody's going to end up going to prison later on. I think right now, and do you know in the Georgia raids, do you know Tulsi Gabbard was there on scene for those raids?
No, I didn't know that.
It's kind of weird because when you see the picture of Tulsi Gabbard, she's like hiding behind like a wall. I don't know, it's really weird. It's almost like she didn't want to be seen that she was there, but she was like told she had to be there. Which I honestly wonder, is she still really even doing her job? Because it seems like she's
Are,
very sidelined.
are any of these niggas doing their job, Marcus? Seriously.
I get what you're saying. Oh, here, let me see if I can find the picture.
I mean, seriously, at this point, are any of these people really doing their job? Are any of these people like worth a damn?
Let's see. Here it is. I have it. So I'm gonna put this on the screen. I think that they're letting her run some of the day to day, but she's being really left out of the loop on a lot of stuff. And shout out to Lainey. I see our good friend Lainey out there. You see her right here, like very incognito.
Oh, she just slid in the
Kind of
back.
hiding off to the side. Look like she's getting berated by Trump, probably on the phone.
Probably.
And the significance of the intelligence should not be around any kind of voting. This is not even like her jurisdiction. This is something that she shouldn't be even involved in at all.
So is she just putting up a good fight, like a front, or what?
Shows that there's something shady going on. She's going where she's told to go, no questions asked. Because this is a huge conflict of a huge conflict of interest. The DNI should never be involved in something like this.
It's right there.
In fact, let's see what it says. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has now become a central figure in Donald Trump's demands for a criminal probe into the false claims of fraud in the 2020 elections. So right there, he's trying to get her to do a criminal probe on an investigation, which is, this doesn't make any sense. Also, the director of national intelligence, this would not be their job to, if this was a criminal probe, this would be Pam Bondi's job. You get how this is not making any sense at all? This almost seems like a, what is it, a humiliation ritual?
And
like, because she was a former Democrat, they're putting her out there because she's a former Democrat to pretend like, oh, we're not doing anything shady. That's what it seems like to me. Yep. It says, and congressional Democrats are demanding answers about why the president's spy chief, who normally deals with foreign intelligence threats, is involved. And this goes back to them claiming that Venezuela and other countries were the ones who were manipulating the election. And I'm wondering, you believe somehow that Venezuela was manipulating the election results through Georgia? Oh yeah, I heard them throw off like a couple other countries too, like Spain and Italy were somehow involved too. Like, I don't know. And what's the lady's name? Actually, let me just keep reading a little bit more of this. Gabbard has taken lead role in efforts to investigate voting records from Fulton County, Georgia, which, for those who don't know, Fulton County, Georgia is basically the Atlanta area, a swing state that went blue in 2020 and helped secure Joe Biden's victory. She was seen on Wednesday at the county elections hub and operations center as the FBI conducted a search warrant and seized voting records, but she did not explain her presence in any statement. When asked about what she was doing at the election office, Trump told reporters Thursday night that she was working very hard on trying to keep the election safe. That's not her job to what? This thing makes no sense. No, let's skip here. I'll skip down a little bit. The FBI's action comes after Trump has repeatedly
No,
made
I thought you
baseless
were
claims that there was voter fraud in 2020 elections, specifically in Georgia, that contributes to his election loss to Biden. Even if that's what happened, I'll say this again. Even if that's what happened, it does not matter because it's past the statute of limitations. There's nothing you could do about it, even if that was the case. Shout out Chris H. Oh, wait a minute. He said Jimmy defended Trump so hard, and now look at Trump. Wonder, are you talking about Jimmy Dore? Which, if so, that's why you don't defend any of these people. You don't defend any of these people. I honestly think that. Well, and that's another thing. The FBI is involved. If the FBI was involved in this, then that should be Kash Patel's area. That should be Pam Bondi and Kash Patel who are involved in that. So the throwing Tulsi Gabbard into that is really weird. But hey, with this administration, who knows what's going on? That's funny. Trump Epstein 2028. Well, I mean, at this point, they might as well just say Trump and Netanyahu 2028. Because that's where I think all this is done for. Also, I would love for somebody to explain this whole Venezuela swing. How is Venezuela somehow swing the election? Like, do they own any of the machines? Like, are you saying they got a whole bunch of Venezuelans to vote in the election and somehow Maduro was choreographing? I'm trying to understand how that works because what's the lady, Sidney Powell? She said Hugo Chavez was the one who did it, and Hugo Chavez has been dead for many years. So I'm trying to understand this. I don't know, Till, you got any thoughts on this?
No, the only thing that I got in connection to Venezuela and anybody else in the world is their side cahoots in reference to their connection with Iran.
That's another thing that I think is going to be coming up soon. Sorry to interrupt.
No, but honestly, that's it. So if you do or don't know, do your research on Venezuela's connect with Iran and that whole oil thing. But outside of that, I don't really see why Venezuela had that much pressure. It really had everything to do with, my opinion, the oil shit and that connection to Iran. If you know, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like years ago, I mean, shoot, I could probably remember easily 20 years ago where I was talking about how the Koch brothers, that has been their number one wish to get into Venezuela. For those who don't know, Citgo was a Venezuelan oil company, which operated in the United States. Through a lot of the sanctions and embargoes and stuff like that, it's crippled that country. And then what recently just happened is before this whole going to Venezuela, before they did anything with Maduro, before any of that stuff, what they did was they forced Venezuela to sell Citgo. And so it was put up to supposed to be the highest bidder. What ended up happening instead of it going to the highest bidder is somehow this Israeli billionaire, American Israeli, didn't put up the highest bid. He just put up a bid and he was able to get ownership of Citgo. Then shortly after that, we are going into Venezuela, and next you know, we're seizing oil out of there. And the reason why I know for a long time that I guess I'm just kind of surprised at how they did this, because I think other administrations were a little bit more they did a better job at least dressing up the fact that they're not trying to do an armed robbery, basically. Whereas the Trump administration is just very naked with it and very clunky. Whereas even under Biden, even under Obama, even under George W. Bush, and you can go back presidents after presidents. I mean, they have been trying to get into Venezuela forever. They have tried sanctions and all that, and the sanctions were just a way to try to tank their economy enough to cause some form of an internal revolt to force at that time Hugo Chavez out of power. And they have had all of these like random attacks that have happened on refineries and stuff like that that has helped destroy their way of refining and getting that oil out of the ground. And so they have been doing this for so long. I mean, so it's kind of interesting that now of all time that we have a president in power who is so open to doing whatever the Israeli government wants them to do. Now this happens right after American Israeli buys Citgo for not the highest bid, for just the random amount that he put in. And this just so happened to be a Trump donor, showing that, again, if you donate money to Trump, he is going to make sure whatever your agenda is gets done. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. It doesn't matter how bad it looks on him or not. He doesn't give a damn. And it shows this is like the worst case. Well, not that I give a lot of credit or respect to the original, the so-called founders of this country. But I at least think that they had a little bit more honor amongst thieves, that they had certain ways that they would go about it and at least try to not just look so nakedly corrupt. I mean, I think Trump just does not care how bad or how corrupt anything looks. He just cares what are you going to do about it? What can you do about it? And I think that works in the short term, but it will lead to the collapse of this system, because for people like us, it does make a difference. We do care, no matter if they try to dress it up and make it look pretty and make it look like they're not doing what's clearly obvious. We still see through it and we care about it. But when you get the non-political person, the person who doesn't care about politics nearly as much, this is the kind of stuff that makes them wake up, because you can't hide what you're doing because you're doing it so blatantly in everybody's face. And that's what leads to the collapse of this system. So for those who, would like to see this regime fall apart, this American imperialism machine, this is the kind of way of doing it. And this is how the great empires of all time have always collapsed, by having a very idiotic leader who is so full of himself and has so much arrogance that he doesn't believe it can fall apart. And through their recklessness, it ends up falling apart. Sorry, I don't know. I went on a little tangent there, but what's your thoughts, too?
I mean, Trump don't ever care what anything look like, to be honest. So people still eat that shit up regardless. So
yeah, I just think that this is something they've always wanted in there, and it has to do with the type of crude oil that's in there. The type of crude is a deep crude that is starting to run low within our hemisphere, or not our hemisphere, but like in the Gulf where we mostly get it from. And so they have to pay a little bit more from it for out of Canada. Canada is the place that has a ton of it. Russia has a ton of it. We can't do deals with Russia. And so it's either pay Canada for that deep crude, or go and steal it from Venezuela. And I guess they've chose, let's just start stealing from Venezuela.
I mean, that's a third world country in Trump's books, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you hear what Andrew Tate lately saying?
Yeah, last time I heard about Andrew Tate, he was singing "Hail Hitler" in the club. So I don't really pay attention to anything that incels speak on. To be honest, like that, I don't know how else to describe it. I don't entertain my. I don't. No, I don't listen to him. I don't even allow my
Yeah.
brain to be in those type of rooms. I would never sit in a room with that man in real life. So there's no point in me hearing anything that he has to say because nothing he has to say is beneficial to me on many
Uh,
levels. Like, dude, eh, he's just not my jam.
oh, I get it. He's not mine either, and that's the reason why I think he should definitely always be dismissed out of hand. He was saying that the
Yeah,
United States.
that's why his shit don't really hold no weight
Yeah, he was
to
just
me.
saying that he think that we should go around imperialist style and just go around and just start taking shit from every country. Not
What
only not only the so-called third world countries, but he's saying we should go to Europe, take their shit too, go into Great Britain, take their shit. America should just colonize the whole world, basically.
I mean,
And
it's been
I was just thinking, like, how has he gotten so many people to listen to him? Because that's literally one of
no.
the like you can get some of these states to run as like pseudo vassal states, like how Europe has kind of been running. But the moment you do full on takeover of all of these places, that's literally what led to the collapse of Rome. I mean, I don't know. These people are dumb as hell. And it blows my mind how many people listen to these stupid, manosphere guys. I think somebody earlier was talking about something about manosphere. Asked me a question about the manosphere earlier. What was it? What was that? Was that I think it was who was it who asked me about manosphere? Oh, Chamanique says, Marcus, have you seen this manosphere retreat for gay people called the straight? Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. That sounds wild. You know, maybe they're trying to be inclusionary to gay people. I don't know. What's that tasty beverage? It is water. That's what it is. Yes, and I need to get more of it. So, let's see. So the next topic to bring up. Oh, before we get on to that, did you hear about that? You would think with all the cold weather stuff that you would hear the crazy large car pileups happen out there, but no. Central California just had a 59 car pileup.
What the fuck for what?
I don't know. It didn't make no
The
damn sense
fuck?
to me. It didn't make no sense to me at all. But yeah, 59 car pileup.
That's ridiculous. 59 cars.
Yeah.
So car 35 through 50 just didn't think to not go that fast, or who knows?
It wasn't even inclement weather. Oh, that's what it was. Forgot. It was the fog. Yeah. The fog caused the
The
pileup
fog.
allegedly. Yeah.
Oh, the frog.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
find it.
you gotta love that
Uh,
fog. That fog been fucking everybody up, been giving people weird dreams and some more shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it. There we go. Let's see. Let me share my screen and show you some of that. Eh, I'm blown away that people are, having these crazy pileups and stuff. It's like you're not even in the part of the world where I mean, part of the country where everything is like snowing crazy.
We begin with that breaking news out of Central California, where a massive 59 car pileup outside Fresno shut down Highway 99 this morning for hours.
What the
Started
fuck?
3 miles north of the Kern and Tulare County line.
Here's a live look at the scene right now. Highway 99 reopened with just within the last hour. Traffic is now flowing once again, but California Highway Patrol had to close Highway 99 for hours while tow trucks removed damaged vehicles from the scene. Here's what it looked like this morning. CHP says it was alerted to several multi-vehicle crashes on both sides of Highway 99. That was near Avenue 24. Many of the vehicles tried to avoid the initial crash, only to get caught in a chain reaction collateral crash. There was heavy, dense fog at the time. CHP says the lack of visibility likely played a huge role in this.
Investigating officers who arrived.
The looks of semi stuff destructed. What I think more than anything happened is it was probably a small crash, and then it seemed like a semi was going too fast, and then when they locked up their brakes or whatever, they slid into all these other cars and just boom, 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 boom. That's what it looks like to me. I don't know, but the whole thing is kind of ridiculous. 59 car pilot. What is this? The Blues Brothers? I mean,
Yes, exactly. The Blues Brothers.
I don't know.
Like,
It's
'cause
kind
what
of
the
crazy.
hell?
It's kind of crazy. I don't know, but I know that was just a little random side detour I took, but I just wanted to bring it up because I remembered. I was like, this is freaking crazy.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
let's see, looking at this. Okay, ICE is first on my list. So let's talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
ICE.
Let's talk about ICE. Yeah.
All right, so my drunken thought, Minnesota death ray, had to deal with law, the LRAD.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I
they
think I
used
did have a
LRAD
video
in
on that.
Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
I just sent you one on sent you one from YouTube, from the BBC. I mean, from CBS News, and it's in our Instagram chat. But like, damn, I don't know why the fuck I ain't just put it in the chat here. That's dumb. I can just put it in the chat here. My bad.
Well, yeah. If you could put it in the
Nevertheless,
chat here,
I
that'll
will.
be even easier. Because I
That'll
didn't
be
know if you
right
were
then
on
and
your
there.
laptop or if you were on your phone or not. Because I know on your phone it's
I'm-
hard to do that.
I couldn't get in, like, I can share the link to my laptop, but it just wasn't. It was gonna make me.
Yeah, but I saw one video where you see a young lady, she's like running away, and you can see I could tell instantly from what was going on with her that okay, yeah, she got hit with LRAD.
Which is
What is going on? Hold on a second. Let me see what the hell's going on with my signal.
sorry about that. I had to pop off for a second.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No, that was me. That was me because I had to pop off, get the link, and come back. So that's the LRAD one.
Okay. Here, and I will put that on the screen right away. Come on.
So that's the let me get the rest of them right quick.
And something troopers threatened to use to clear the crowd made a lot of ears perk up. Something called a long-range acoustic device, or LRAD. Here's what our Derek James found out about it.
A powerful sound first used by the military was in action Monday night in Maple Grove to communicate and disperse noisy protesters. What is an LRAD and how does it work?
Well, LRAD is like a loudspeaker, but it focuses the sound in a narrow cone. So that if you're inside the cone, it's extremely loud. Focuses the sound in a narrow cone.
Retired Marine Colonel Mark Cancian is a senior advisor for the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Minnesota State Patrol says it has had an LRAD since
got an echo,
2013
Marcus.
to make sure entire groups can hear when an event is declared unlawful and they've been told to disperse. During the Maple Grove protest, State Patrol says officers checked the volume, issued dispersal notices, and did not use tones or sirens, despite what has been reported on social media. When it's cranked up, Cancian says it can be overwhelming.
We used it in Iraq when I was with the Marines. We tested it on the staff, gave us the demonstration. If you're in the cone, it sounds like the voice of God is speaking to you.
LRADs can project spoken commands at intense volumes or emit a loud, piercing tone designed to get attention and deter movement. But Cancian says even spoken commands can have a powerful effect.
I think we saw that in the videotapes there of the system because it's so loud. I mean, it pushes you back.
The system was designed as a less lethal option to pepper spray, tear gas, and rubber bullets.
In some situations where you might end up using force, kinetic force, or even lethal force, this can avoid that and avoid, permanent damage to people.
Derek James, WCCO News.
LRADs can be used as a sonic weapon and at full volume could cause pain, nausea, or hearing damage. As for the protest last night, police say that they arrested 26 people for unlawful assembly and misdemeanor riot charges. Dozens of protesters were detained after.
Remember last week, I believe, wasn't I talking about that they can use this on us? Oh, shoot. Hey, Till, I guess we lost you for a sec.
Yeah, I be hitting the back button too many times trying to put these down things in the chat. All right.
Didn't I last week?
We were just talking about it last week. That's why I had to say something about it today.
Talking about this?
Yes. We were just arguing with somebody last week about this, about how they can touch us without touching us. You just talked about it. Because how we supposed to stop that? And they was like, earmuffs.
You can't.
This shit will make you bleed out your fucking ears, bro. And y'all talking about some damn earmuffs?
I mean, the level of how loud this is when it's deployed. I mean, because I got to remember, when you only hear about this stuff theoretically, you've never actually get to see how it really works. And when you're in the military, we test all this stuff. You don't think like we've cranked on the machine and like walked in front of like, whoa, shit, that's what it's like. And yes, it's been. You think that they didn't test it with earplugs? You think that they didn't think of that? Come on, man. Y'all got to remember, there are people who spend years on working on these projects, spend millions of dollars into it. It gets sold for hundreds of millions. You don't think they thought about earplugs? And also, it's not just about the sound that it makes. It sends out a pulse, and that pulse actually is what makes you nauseous. It makes you sick. So it's hitting you multiple different ways. That's the same thing with that Havana syndrome. There are plenty of people which were affected by it who never heard anything.
Well, they started doing this shit in Iraq apparently in 2004 is when it started.
Mm-hmm.
They started doing it in Iraq, and what people don't know is this is not the first time they've used it on protesters. They used it in DC, they used it in Portland, they used it in a number of other places. I think this is like the fourth city.
They use it in Europe. They use it in Europe more often. Stuff like this. This is deployed in Europe all the time. That the shockwave and I can't remember what the other one's called right now. I think it's what the heat ray.
Minnesota death ray.
Well, the heat ray is actually even different than this LRAD. The heat ray literally sends out like an intense heat that like you feel heat on your skin as if like somebody's putting an iron on you. And so that one,
Well, they
you
described
feel.
some of the protesters described the protest from last week when they used the LRAD on them. They said that it physically felt like they were being stabbed. The pulses. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane. But y'all gotta understand, when it comes to vibrations and shit, y'all feel that. Y'all can feel vibrations. Sound is a motherfucker. Because, like, think about all the things that they've used, and y'all know who I mean by they. But think about all the ways that elites or bad juju people have used music and sound and that form of vibration to like fuck up everything.
And Lance is entirely correct here. Fundamentally, they've directed energy weapons. Yes. They are using direct energy weapons on civilian populace. The same stuff that they use other countries, they are now using it at home. So,
but they've been using it at home. Like I just named 4 other fucking places where they did it. And I'm talking about they've been doing these since the protests with George Floyd. They've been using them since the George Floyd protest, y'all. Y'all just didn't know. Y'all think that y'all hearing megaphones because they got megaphones in their hands. No, they've been using these LRAD devices, cloaking them underneath the guises that they're telling you, oh, move out of the street, move out of here, just so that y'all can hear. No, bitch, they've been fucking with y'all for a minute. Like,
this is
DC, the riots in DC. I wouldn't even call them riots. The protests in DC, they used them there. They used them in, like, it's crazy. I just thought it was crazy. And like, it bothered me so bad that I woke up on my drunken stupor and wrote down Minnesota death ray. Cause like, what? They got it coming out. You gonna be bleeding out your eyes and your ears and your nose and all this other wild ass shit. That's crazy as hell to me. Like, they really want y'all up out of here. They really don't want y'all here no more. Y'all can't even protest. What happened? What happened to peaceful assembly? You feel me? What happened to that?
They don't believe in it. They never have.
Thank you. Y'all motherfuckers ain't never been cool with niggas blowing up the spot since the Revolutionary War. Y'all was like, cool, we gonna have this one war and that's it. Anything after that is crazy work. That's not fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the next one that you sent me.
What the fuck is the next one I sent you? Hold on.
I don't know.
Pause. Hold on. Okay, next thing is on YouTube. Oh, let's talk about egg prices and shit.
Okay, well, here, let me mute up real quick.
So, I went shopping for eggs the other day. Why is there a carton of eggs for $13.99? Y'all know how I talk about these eggs. Y'all know how I always got issues with eggs. Okay, boom. So beforehand, I told y'all about how vaccines are made. They use eggs because they're sterile incubators that have proteins and fats that can be utilized and da-da-da-da. It's like an embryo. It's like babies. You know what I'm saying? Baby chickens and babies. Fucking the same. So last time when the egg price went crazy, skyrocketed high, it was around that time when they were promoting that fucking vaccine. Y'all know which vaccine I'm talking about. Eggs got scarce, but the price went up. Niggas was beating people in the head over a fucking egg. Motherfuckers was stealing eggs and putting them in their fucking pockets. It was a wild time to be alive. I've been noticing periodically, y'all heard me say a couple weeks ago, watch the egg price go up. Now, granted, I look at eggs like gas because I'm a baker, I'm a pastry chef. So eggs and gas are 2 things that I really ain't got time to not get. Okay, I got to get it regardless. But I will I will start noticing and picking and choosing how my eggs are. Well, I know I'm gonna get all 12 of my motherfucking eggs uncracked. I promise you that. Especially if it's gonna be $1 a fucking egg. You're telling me right now there's a company that's selling eggs and it's more than $1 an egg. $13.99, no tax for a dozen eggs. What? That's $1.10 an egg. Roughly. $1.05, $1 and a nickel. That's insane for a fucking egg. But they'll tell you some wild ass shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's supply and demand. Oh, it's the bird flu. Oh, birds just coming up dead. Da, 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 da. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. There is such thing as avian flu, but there is not enough flu to go around to really be fucking with the fucking eggs. I say all that to say this. It can't be that much flu going around fucking with the chickens to the point it's fucking with the eggs. Because why the fuck didn't goddamn cow flu, whatever the fuck the shit was for the cows, why that shit didn't stop McDonald's from making hamburgers? Nobody got an answer for that? Every time a fucking cow gets sick, I ain't never seen them not making a goddamn Big Mac. That bitch got 2 patties on that motherfucker. You ain't never seen them reel that shit back and say, you know what, we can only do quarter pounders with cheese for the next 2 months because we low on cows. No, they ain't never said no shit like that. McDonald's don't ever stop producing fucking egg McMuffins. So where are the eggs going? Where are the eggs going if these mass produced as places? And yes, I know, that's basic goddamn conspiracy theory shit. They manufacturing the food. We already know that. But that's the point that I'm trying to make is how is it that people, first off, are still getting in McDonald's lines knowing this? But secondly, why is nobody paying attention to whatever quote unquote real food that we do have and the changes in prices and the changes in things and the changes in quality? You're paying $13.99 for 12 fucking eggs that look like the $4.99 eggs next to it, and none of these fucking eggs should be more than $5 anyway. That's crazy to me. But I say all that to say this. Watching the egg prices that I had just talked about a couple weeks ago, turning that back around to find out. Now you can pull up the next video, Marcus. I'm sorry. Turn to find out. Thank you, Yonina, because Yonina brought it back to my attention because I had peep game, but then it started going crazy again. So thank you, Yo-Yo, for bringing this to my attention a couple of days ago and tagging me in that post so that I could get on it, because you just gave fuel to my fire. There's another fucking pandemic over in Camel Land, god damn it, and it started. It's quote unquote starting the same way as the big old virus that we had a couple years ago, 6 years ago, 6 years ago. Now me and the woo woo bitches, you feel me? We all in the mix because we understand that I do pay attention to Chinese astrology. This is the year of the horse. Okay, I'm a Sagittarius and I was born in the year of the horse. So of course I'm gonna pay attention to whatever the fuck they talking about, because I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Chinese people ain't really that wrong. I mean, shit, they build calculators. How you gonna tell them they build the computers that we learn how to do math off of? Crazy work. You gotta trust them somewhere. But the fire horse prediction pretty much states like motherfuckers gonna get burnt to the ground. Like we have to burn everything to build it back up type vibe, right? So the year of the fire horse has a lot to do with pestilence. Year of the fire horse has a lot to deal with, you know what I'm saying, wipeouts, things of that nature. So keeping that in mind, looking at how India is going crazy with this Nipah virus, this motherfucking virus has a 40% death rate, 40 to 75% fatality rate.
Here, I'll find the
Like
video.
what? Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's see, which one is it? Oh crap. Sorry, I got a couple open. All right. Oh, there it is. So that's the one I need to share.
Asia in the late 90s. Here's Paul Hunter, professor in medicine at Norwich Medical School in Britain.
Most transmission events are because of a contact either with an infected animal or with something that has been contaminated by fruit bats.
It can also spread from person to person, typically after close contact between the sick and their caregivers, though experts say that does not happen easily. Nipah can cause severe illness and can be deadly.
The death rate varies from outbreak to outbreak, but is of the order of about 45 to 75% mortality rate.
Though Hunter points out that is based on identified infections. He says some people get no symptoms at all and may not be identified as infected. This means Nipah's actual death rate is likely to be lower. One concern is that the infection has an incubation period of 1 to 2 weeks.
And what this means is that it's actually very difficult to control at airports. If you've got a disease that's got 2 weeks incubation period for the first 2 weeks after somebody's carrying the
Now, I just want to throw out the fact
pick it up.
that if you noticed right before that scene, Marcus, they have a computer system that was like covering.
For those who
Like every time they walked in, their whole fucking face was being photographed and they were doing their temperatures as they walked past. It's like right after this, you'll see
My
the computer
apologies. I don't know why it's
screen.
buffering so bad.
The infection, there's no way you can pick it up.
For those who do get symptoms, Hunter says the early signs can be non-specific, like fever and headaches. In severe cases, Nipah can cause encephalitis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing
Which
will
is
act
inflammation of the brain.
You have high fever. You have very severe headaches, and you can have photophobia, where the light hurts your eyes, and that is often associated with cases that ultimately die.
Reuters global health correspondent Jennifer Rigby says there is no need to worry too much.
Yeah, agent does not want us watching this video.
Every year in Bangladesh, small outbreaks because it doesn't spread easily from person to person.
She says the WHO sees it as a priority pathogen. But the virus has not yet shown signs of becoming more transmissible. Rigby also says
There is a number of groups working on one of the COVID vaccines.
Our FBI agent did not want us watching that video. Oh no, it's Marcus. You muted Marcus? Oh no, they
My
done
thing
messed
was
up
freezing up on me perfectly
marketing.
fine. Still won't be the problem here because no, I'm not.
Oh. Well, that's what I was worried about. All right. Well, back to what we was talking about. So it comes okay. The whole avoid bat stew thing. Yeah, honestly, Lance, it's at a point where it's like, damn, are we just gonna stop eating? Hi, Jackie. So happy to see you join us. Good evening, Jackie. And yes, Nina, I just had my friend watch the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Hi, Marcus. We're glad you're back. I just had
All
my
right,
friend watch
that's
the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds of Contagion because that is exactly where the whole bat pig thing came from.
I'll stop my camera. Maybe that'll help. Can you hear me better?
I hear you. Yes, I can.
Okay. Figure maybe I'll just leave the camera off for a little bit and maybe that'll help it out. It's acting like it's struggling. I don't get why. It's telling me my signal, everything is good, but I don't know. Whatever.
But the last 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the Contagion movie literally goes through the bat stew pig pipeline, and it's a mess. It's a mess and a half. So just understanding that entire concept of bat poo and pigs, and then turning around, and claiming that has a 40 to 70% fatality rate. It's just goddamn, man. Give me a break. I need a second. Marcus, are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, I put
Okay.
Thomas one up here because it says so Big Pharma is buying up the egg supply. It must be parts of the country because I just bought 60 pack of eggs, so 15 maybe the Midwest will be hit by high prices too. Yeah, I think they don't do it always like across the whole country. They just hit certain areas at a time because like I remember when it was really bad and everybody was having problems finding eggs and it was really really high in my area. That was the one thing that didn't really go up. But like the toilet paper thing, when that happened, yeah, every store out here was completely bare. Well, I won't
Which
say every store, but a
I don't
lot
even
of stores.
understand what the fuck y'all needed all the toilet paper for.
Man, I guess hey, I don't know. I think more people need to move on to bidets, and we can
True shit.
alleviate that problem. All right, Lady Alex, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, just gotta go and cook some dinner. What's for dinner? I'm curious. Oh, what was it? It was something else that I was gonna bring up, tied with those protests. Oh, that's what I forgot. Um, that the protests ended up going nationwide, and what was it? Friday they had their either sick out, call out, whatever thing, and there was a lot of people who got involved in that. If you were involved in that, hopefully you made it out safely, because out here in LA area, they were cracking skulls as usual. So yeah, that's that. And we'll see what goes from there. I think the new area that they're moving to next, ICE is going to where did they say they were going? I think it's somewhere towards the east next. Somewhere east next.
I mean, they all up and down Virginia.
Now they always gonna be near the DMV. They always gonna stay in those areas just because they got to show that presence of force, to the people who want them out there who are elected officials. Just like, for instance, the military is always the Navy. Well, I'll say the military as a whole, everything gets more strict the closer you get towards DC. Everybody gets a little, they get on their little power trips, and everybody gets, all rigid, and everything needs to go this way. So I'm used to that. Oh yeah, the cops out here are complete just.
Oh,
I mean,
what you mean?
yeah. Chris H put LA filmed the police did a good job covering the protests. These riot cops are thugs. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Because
fuck yeah, they are.
they just like they won't even really say like this, like you seen in Minnesota, they're like, disperse, everybody needs to disperse, and then they just boom start sending stuff. It's not how they do it out here. You'll be standing there, everything peacefully fine. And then all of a sudden, you'll see them like put their shields up, and then one of them will give a command, and they all just start charging forward and ramming people with the shields and hitting. That it's way different out here. It's almost like part of their fun is they want to make sure they can crack some heads. They don't just want you to disperse peacefully. They could just say disperse and keep walking forward, and people will turn and keep walking. I mean, you might get those handful of people who are going to try to fight the cops, but most people will disperse. But they don't want that. They literally like charge forward with their horses and all kind of stuff. So like I watch multiple people almost get trampled by them damn horses. And I remember like standing there, like you couldn't, when I was out there covering those LA protests, you couldn't really even, you got no warning. You didn't hear anything from the cops. All of a sudden, they just start charging forward. And before you know, if you're one of those people kind of more front line or whatever, you by the time you realize it, you're getting a baton which pushing you from the side. And if you're like trying to get your balance or whatever, yeah, they're just going to knock you over more and more. And then once that front wave is passed over, a handful of cops are going to stay behind to just slam you around and put knees in your neck and cuff you and all that. And that's typically how, when they say, oh, well, 25 were arrested. Yeah, it's you were just near the front of the line and you got knocked over. And since you were on the ground, you got cuffed. Oh, yeah, exactly, Warren. Warren said it perfectly. They like to kettle people like NYPD does.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know what kettling is a way where you encircle people and you kind of come in more and more and more, closing closer and closer around them until you basically collapse on top of the people as a whole. And it's almost in a way of not allowing people to get free. That's like part of the approach. Let's see. What are y'all talking about? Fear the Walking Dead was crap, but even worse. Like, what y'all talking about? But yeah, on that note about protests and all that, Don Lemon was covering protests that went into a church. Now, there's a law against protesting in a church, stopping a church service. What is it? I'm trying to remember, what is it? I keep wanting to call it the Mann Act, and I know that's not the Mann Act. Let's see, what is it? Protesting. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Protesting in a church is come on. can't remember what it's called. I don't know. Somebody else who will remember. Yeah, put it in the chat if you do remember. But there's a law that was made that you cannot protest in a church. Well, Don Lemon and another reporter, apologies, I don't have her name handy, were covering the protests, and Don Lemon was trying to like actually ask questions and stuff like that. The other journalist, she was just filming, and they were arrested, of course, by the Trump administration. They were able to get out, out of jail, and Nicki Minaj decided to have a whole lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything that Nicki Minaj was saying
About Don? No.
Yeah, she was basically like what was it? Let me find it real quick. Nicki, hopefully this works, because this, I don't know, my system is not being nice right now. Nicki Minaj versus Don, because Don Lemon's response back was, ooh, he
Okay, so
he
pretty
went a
much
little towards her.
the rule is nobody's First Amendment can out First Amendment another First Amendment. Does that make
Right.
sense? So
Yeah.
even though he's exercising his right to free speech, he can't impede somebody else's right to free speech, which is interrupting a church service.
Correct.
So that's the quote unquote, that's the stretch law that they pulling on my man's right now. Which, is it a stretch? Tomato. Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's rights and there's wrongs and wrongs or whatever. But like,
Oh, that's what
I
she
don't know.
said.
Maybe if he did it in a Kojic church where it was some niggas and the church service was 3.5 hours long, and maybe it would have been different. I don't know personally, but that is the gist of why they came and got Don, is because they claimed that he interrupted somebody else's First Amendment.
Correct. I think I found the video. Let's see if it'll play. But basically, and it's not only been Don Lemon. It's been a bunch of celebrities that have kind of went at Nicki Minaj, because after she's taken her little MAGA turn, and many of them were saying it's crazy how Nicki Minaj can all of a sudden start acting this way. One, for one, she's not even a citizen her damn self. For two, she's going at Don Lemon and calling him let's say a sea sucker. And they're like, whoa, you built most of your brand off of dealing with the LGBTQ. Now you're gonna go at somebody in the LGBTQ on some disrespect. So I figured, let me find the video. Let me play this video for you all and let you hear Don Lemon himself respond.
Now, you said a sea sucker? Are we talking like a rooster sucker?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure I got the right slur.
About me, I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth. By the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American, from what I'm a citizen. So you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, or your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and Nicki Minaj. Get a life.
I'm with Lance.
Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick-me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people. Clock that.
So here's the deal with the sex offenders in your own house.
Well, she laid up with him and procreated with one, so.
So she's talking about like, yo, you got PDF files. You got PDF files in your bloodstream. Like, why don't you deal with that? And then
because
the fact
nobody
that you're not a citizen.
Dead ass, because I mean, she came out her face and said her parents snuck her in the country any goddamn way. But my whole problem with a lot of people that don't ever mind the business that pays them is, for instance, there's a fat bitch walking around this earth that got beef with me, right? And I told her in so many words, like, baby, you need to fight that battle between you and that fork before you come trying to fight any battle with me. Okay? Handle that shit first. There's another girl walking this earth who has a botched BBL. I mean, she's a bad built bitch with a bad BBL. The most B's that you can put in a sentence describes this woman. And I told her the same thing. I said, baby, before you even think you finna fight me, you need to fight the doctor that fucked your body up. That's where you need to utilize your brain power, is over there with that person that did that to you, because I ain't done shit yet. So with that being said, minding the business that pays you can honestly save you a lot on your Geico insurance. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to get an insurance claim after I touch your ass.
Wow.
Watching these people, you see how I did that? You like that? Watching these people, first off, I want to agree with what Lance says. Lance said something about how they doing the whole baiting shit. The baiting, you know, the good cop. Yeah, the good cop, bad cop vibe. Okay. And I'm going to say that in reference to a couple of things. So one, we're talking about ICE in this whole Don Lemon getting arrested thing, right? Check me out. ICE is in Minnesota, and then the state regulators are also in Minnesota, right?
Right.
ICE is in that bitch beating people up and killing people. The state people and the police is out handing donuts.
Yeah.
Okay. Good cop, bad cop. But you want to know who owns the LRAD in Minnesota? The police. You know who used the LRAD on the protesters last week? The police. They were using it to keep ICE safe. ICE wasn't outside using the LRAD. The police in Minnesota was using the LRAD, okay? So they all here doing the whole good cop, bad cop. They fucking you up in one aspect. They beating you down with the fucking water hose, but then the other niggas is giving you donuts, okay? Now let's go to this. We've been saying, we as in black people, because keep in mind, I just want to throw this out there. A couple months ago, somebody called me a racist because I told y'all that this was not our fight. But now that mad niggas is coming together saying, hey, y'all, this is not our fight. What happened? They started killing white people. Where the fuck are the all lives matter motherfuckers at right now? Nowhere to fucking be found. Them niggas is fucking rubbing their feet together like crickets, because that's all I fucking hear. Okay? So ain't not now one of these all life motherfuckers coming out. All I keep hearing is these MAGA fucks saying, well, he shouldn't have had a gun. Da-da-da-da-da. But y'all the first ones saying that we need gun rights. Oh, no, don't let them take the guns. I don't give a damn if 14 kids got shot up. Don't take the guns. But now you telling me that this nigga Alex had a gun on him, and now y'all got a problem with motherfuckers having guns. Still, this is not our fight. These are white people getting killed over brown people getting yoked up. Okay? So what y'all got to do? Y'all got to put some niggas in the fight for us to give a fuck. Y'all got to put niggas in the fight. And what better person than Nicki Minaj? Because all in all, y'all, I'm just saying, out of all the niggas that y'all could have picked, y'all picked Nicki motherfucking Minaj. Y'all are really, whoever is at Vice writing the script for these motherfuckers, terrible work. Knowing that the Simpson creator was in the Epstein files, I don't know. Maybe y'all should have blotted his name out and had him still writing for y'all. Because whoever's writing the script now, terrible job. Nicki Minaj is who y'all gonna pick. Y'all think we give a fuck about Don Lemon, who's not even on CNN anymore, and Nicki Minaj. Those are the two niggas that y'all was like, this is gonna get them. No, for all of that, you could have gave me Denzel Washington cosplaying as Malcolm X again, and I might have believed that a little bit more. But this good cop, bad cop bullshit that they trying to do for the Browns, like, it's not working. I don't trust Don Lemon as far as I can throw him because you got to pick your poisons. Okay, sir, are you standing up for rights because you're black? Because I don't see how we have any fight in this. We don't have a dog in this fight if that's the case. Are you standing up against these rights because you're a journalist? I can see where you have a fight in this case, but not I. Or are you standing in because of the first person that got yoked the fuck up was part of the Alphabet Mafia? And you feeling a little inclined? Because at the end of the day, like our first conversation we had, Marcus, off air, look who he's married to.
Yeah.
Okay? Just gonna throw that out there. Look who he's married to. In my book, and growing up in a black household, you double fucked up. Because not only do you have a broke wrist, but you win a broke wrist and you had to go bring somebody that don't use the same comb as you. Come on, bruh. But we need to be banding together behind Don, right? Oh, because he's doing everything right. Is he? I don't fucking know. But I know Nikki is doing everything the fuck wrong. And y'all know I love my pulp culture. So, you know, that's why I got a little rant for this. But anyway, Nikki over here being an immigrant, loud about it too. And you're going to go right to Massa and get the sucking on his motherfucking boot. Really, Nikki? And you thought you was going to eat with that? You the only nigga in this whole fucking room, a sea full of salt. You the only speck of pepper. And you really think that we all just going to be... Bitch, I hope you never drop another album. Because the way that the Young Money crew has just fell off altogether, Drake, Wheezy, everybody, Tiger, the whole crew, all of them. Nikki, terrible, terrible way to see my fucking childhood just deplete. And I'm just so disappointed in how Nikki conducted herself. Fuck you in that gold ass card, bitch. I'm glad Billy Porter, gay ass, told you to go suck a dick.
Well, you heard about the gold card, right? The gold card
gives her immunity.
No. You didn't hear what the White House said about her gold card?
Oh, is it bullshit?
It's a commemorative one. It's free. She got a commemorative one. She don't have a real one.
Oh, she didn't get the one that you pay $15K and do $1 million.
No,
she didn't get one of those.
She didn't get the $1 million one. No, she just got a commemorative one.
Crazy.
So she not covered, and that's why she doing it. She trying to make sure she don't get her ass deported. She's trying to make sure she can also try to curry favor to get her people cleared. That's what she's doing. I mean, it's clear and obvious. But what's his name? Kabibi, whatever. The dude that, you know, let me see. I'll put my camera on for a second because, I mean, granted, it's still kind of glitching, but I can probably do, and y'all can probably figure out who I'm talking about better. You know, the one who he always like does something and he goes.
Yeah, he just sold his whole fortune for like 90 some odd mil.
Well, you know, he got deported, right?
Yes, he did.
He got deported and he almost a billionaire now.
Yep.
He's like, I don't give a damn, deport me. So what? I'm still gonna be doing what I do, making my money. And that's the thing with Nikki. What, she thought she was gonna get deported or something? Is that why she felt the need to do this goofy shit? Especially, you think Trump is not gonna hear them tapes when you were talking shit about him? Think that's never gonna come back to him?
Baby, that's why she got a commemorative card.
Yeah, that's what he's like. Somebody whispered to her, was like, you do realize what she was saying about you last year, right? And he's like, oh, that bitch. It's like, you know what? Revoke her shit. And so now she in the kiss ass mode to try to protect. But it ain't gonna work. It's not going anywhere. And Don Lemon, how I come down on that whole ruling with Don Lemon, is it gonna go anywhere? Them locking him up? No. Did they legally have a legitimate reason to address him? Yes. I would say the woman who was filming, she's just filming. I think it's a little harder to get her on it because she's not saying anything. You can easily stand back and film a church service. That's not illegal. Now, if they came to her and said, yes, your filming is disruptive and you need to go, then at that point you got to go. And the fact that both of them were not trying to leave gives them that wiggle room. And with this whole Trump administration, how it works is if you give them the opportunity to go after you,
they will.
They will. You can't give them any opening. They have to, because you guys see what they're doing right now with the whole Alex Preddy thing. Now they're trying to be like, well, 2 weeks ago he was an agitator against the police. Therefore, no. Every police interaction is separate. You don't get to be like, well, y'all do know 10 years ago he fought a cop. And no, that doesn't justify you to do something now to them for what they did previously. Every interaction with the cop is a different interaction. Unless you had a situation where you're armed and dangerous and you had a shootout with cops. That's the only time you get like, oh, okay, they get to come at you with extreme caution and be prepared to, shoot it out. But not just because, oh, well, last week he kicked our bumper and knocked it off and was yelling at cops. Y'all still went and kicked his ass and broke his ribs anyway. So what are we talking about here? That's what I would say on that. But yeah, Don Lemon, he's been trying to hop on every topic he can, as far as this. Well, when you're doing your own thing and you're not, making that money from CNN anymore, hey, you got to follow where the hot story is. And he saw an opportunity and he tried to hop on, and I think that's as far as he's going to get. I think the fact that it's Nicki Minaj who's the one who's talking the most shit and going at him, the only reason why you got people somewhat siding with him. But a lot of times people will just be like, yo, that's your business. I'm out of it.
I need Don Lemon to mind the business that pays him.
He says it's AI. Well, even if it is AI, even if that whole situation, him kicking the car, the tail light falling out, it still doesn't give him a justification for shooting an unarmed man. And even if you say, well, one officer yelled gun and they didn't see the gun, so you decided to shoot, that right there becomes manslaughter. And the officer who yelled gun is the one getting that charge. Now, all y'all will at least get a lesser charge of, involuntary manslaughter, the two who shot. But whoever said it, who you scream gun, you need charges also, all three of y'all, if it's three different people. Because I guess it was only two people who actually shot. But no, all of y'all are responsible for his death. And they civilly should be able to go after you too. So how I see it, I think that we're probably about to see a lot more people getting in some meeting and let these people think, because Trump is president right now, because all these other people in power, that these consequences are not going to come back on them. Guarantee you. And if their motivations are because it's the right thing to do or because it's political, that's neither here nor there. Just know, whenever the other party come back into power, they about to go after him. Oh, what was that?
No, that's not me. I apologize. That's a side conversation. I apologize. I'm looking for some more clips because I got something else to say. I know we about to get off this Don Lemon thing, but I got to find the sharks in the volcano and the squid clip. So I'm scrolling for those two.
Okay.
All right, but can we migrate this since we talk about pedophiles? Can we talk about Epstein?
We could. Here, go ahead and take Epstein. I'll be right back.
All right, so I'll start. So boom. So y'all know Epstein's just had a nice little drop like a Jordan shoe. Shit is crazy. So many people getting named. So much stuff going on. We're gonna talk about Sorry, y'all. Had a burp. We're going to talk about the calendar girls. But one thing I do want to put out is I find it funny that these niggas always dropping this Epstein shit soon as we got some wild shit going on. I don't know what they hiding, but there's something else on the horizons. Because what? Why all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, crazy, crazy shit. And so, so Epstein got all this shit going on. Babies getting yoked up, babies getting picked up, Harvey Weinstein drugging people. All types of wild shit. All types of wild shit. But my part is Jay-Z got named, y'all. Jay-Z got named. And we've been saying it for months. If y'all can go back, I mean, I know Yo Nina watch almost every episode too. Yo Nina know for a fact. We have been doing all of this with the Diddy stuff, this, that, and the third. And so with that being said, we called it. Jay-Z been on the list for the longest. We knew Jay-Z was one of those elites. We making it seem like Diddy the only one. No. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, we knew Jay-Z was gonna be next. But it was just a wild, I don't know. This is just a wild thing. Like Pusha T hurt my feelings. You gotta understand. I'm a VA native, so Pusha T. God, don't I know, bro. I know, bro. Drake, man, fuck Drake. Drake been a pedo. Drake a pedo. So we don't care about Drake. But there's so much to unpack. There's just so much to unpack with this Epstein drop. And it sucks because, yeah, we're going to sit here and talk about it for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And the end all be all, what can we do? Them kids is already trafficked. Ellen DeGeneres already named 4 of them a dresser. Wayfair them pack these motherfuckers up. Like, what can we do? It sucks because my baby brother will always tell me that, well, sis, when you know everything, what can you do? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to do with all this motherfucking knowledge, to be honest. It sucks. But like, God damn. Every day, I don't know if are they just making it so that the conspiracy theorist people are right? Like, it's at a point now where I don't even understand. Like, are y'all just pacifying us? Like, oh, yep, they're right again, and just giving us this shit? Are we really right? I'm so confused. There's so much going on.
Well, what I think is right now it's just we're coming into a time where many things are going to be just revealed, and you know they always say the truth eventually comes to light, and now especially on some of these dark things, the truth is really starting to come to light. And I guess like even without the Epstein files, there's a couple of people, especially in the hip hop community, that was already going to be on my list of people to question because of just images and what they've said of their own mouth and weird photos and stuff. Jay-Z, of course, was always on my list for quite some time. If you go back to looking at the whole Aaliyah situation, you had basically you had like 4 grown men chasing after this teenage girl. Jay-Z being one, DMX being another, Dame Dash being another. So those.
Well, Dame had her first, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so Dame had her first. Granted, it shouldn't. Robert, Dame, Jay-Z in that order, I believe. Robert, Dame, Jay-Z. Yeah, Robert, Dame, and Dash. Okay, Robert, Damon Dash, Jay-Z. So boom. R. Kelly, we already know Robert. I don't know if many people know this, but if Robert Kelly is never getting out of jail. Like, he's never getting out of prison. Ever, ever, ever. I hope y'all understand and know that. That man is never getting out of prison because that man has a whole nother charge. Like, he has a whole nother case open in Chicago. So if that man even thought he was going to see the light of day, them motherfuckers is packing that shit up quick. But Dame Dash was the next one that had Aaliyah. Aaliyah was actually of legal age at the time, like just at the cusp of it, though. You know what I'm saying? Just sneezed right on the fuck by. Okay? during this time, Jay-Z was on the rise because Rockefeller was doing this good old thing, and Dame Dash was like part owner of this mother. Well, yeah, he was owner of Rockefeller, and he was splitting the part ownership with Jay-Z. Boom, 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 da 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 da, all that good shit. Y'all should know that much. That nigga Jay-Z got that woman killed. Why? Because Dame won't coming off of her. That he was building her to be the megalodon of motherfucking R&B women. Okay, she was about to be the biggest. Aaliyah was about to shit on everybody. Aaliyah was going to be bigger than Janet Jackson, and that's a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? We never had an entity like Aaliyah at that time. And Jay-Z found out that he wasn't gonna get no cutty because nobody liked his big lip, big forehead, big nose looking ass. So he got her killed because he a hating ass hoe. And then turned around, and what did he get? He got underage Beyonce, aka Beyonce. So now we got underage Beyonce. What happens then? He then propels her into being the megalodon of R&B bitches. You know what I'm saying? And that sucks that it had to be Beyonce because nobody even I don't even like her ass. I think she an alien, but that's just me. That's another episode for another day. But yeah, she just a fucking weirdo. Nevertheless, yeah, man, this shit kind of wild crazy because like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? In this economy, that's been my line all 2026. I just want to let y'all know that everything that baffles me or pisses me off, I'm just gonna start staring and be like, in this economy, you're gonna do that in this economy. Damn, Jay-Z, you getting caught up in this economy in 1080p? This nigga done scrubbed his Instagram page. No, why wasn't this? Why we didn't take this shit seriously when he got found out in the Diddy trial shit? That man brushed his hands so quickly off of Diddy and called it a day. And I'm just like, oh, now y'all, everybody's like, oh my God, Jay-Z. Now what hurt my feelings is Push. Knowing Push was in it. Y'all got, I love Pusha T. I hope that he comes out as an informant and we ended up finding out that he's a Fed. I would honestly be okay with him being the Feds right about now over than him being a kitty toucher. I can't handle Pusha T being a chomo. That's my heart. I can't. It's almost as bad as finding out that my best friend wears fucking Crocs.
Hey,
my ass. I watch Idiocracy too many fucking times to be okay with a croc wear. I'm not saying that y'all chomos or nothing, but croc wearers, come on now.
Hey, I don't wear them all the time. How about that?
I've never owned a pair. What is wrong with y'all? Tie your fucking shoes.
No, it's for lazy fat people like me.
Oh my God.
When you get fat, you can't be reaching down all the time. You're like, slide these things on real quick. Go to the mailbox.
That's what Birkenstocks for. Oh my God. Y'all killing me. Get Birkenstocks, okay? Those are old people with taste. Okay. Nevertheless, we're not gonna argue about shoes right now. But yes. Who's surprised about Jay-Z though? I'm not.
No. Well, you look at it, Jay-Z, you had all the stories that came out with him trying to mess with Aaliyah, of course. Then we already knew about the Beyonce stuff. And then he had the little was it Little Kim or Foxy? I think I'm getting them mixed up. But one of them he was trying to mess with while they were underage.
Who?
It was Little Kim or Foxy.
It's Foxy. Foxy
And
was
then,
underage because Foxy was part of Foxy was in Rockefeller, was a part of their syndicate. And Little Kim was with Bad Boys.
And then not to mention you even had Emil who was like very close to the age. When Emil first came in the picture, I want to say she might have been like right at 18, I think. So
that's insane.
Because he knew about her back in like 91.
Well, I'm just trying to.
And by the time he blew her up in 97 with Emil, and that was what I want to say she might have been like 19 by that time. 18, 19? I don't know. Yeah, Foxy was like 15. Yeah. I don't know if Beyonce was even 17 yet. She might have been 16 still. Because when she first came on the scene, I was hearing the Mike Epps thing. Mike Epps, when he was talking about doing Showtime at the Apollo, that would have put them around like 12, 13 when they first got on the scene. By the time they hit it big that we knew about them, like 14, 15. By the second album, because two of them are older than Beyonce. Can't remember the ones that are, I can't remember which ones are which ages, but I think like Kelly might be older, a year older. And so I always remember it was like two that are 14, two that are 15. And it was two that are 15, two that are 16.
But okay, have y'all read some of this shit? Like in this, like
I've read some
it's so
wild
wild.
stuff in there.
That it's just some of the things that are said. It's like it's at a point where hold on. What is the age difference between Jay-Z and Beyonce? At least 15 years.
Yeah.
At least 15-year age gap.
Because Beyonce
Yeah,
is like,
Accord Lord, don't even start with me on that because yes, my nigga, I don't even know if you're black. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to say that out loud because it's so disgusting, but I'm gonna put Accord Lords on the screen.
Yeah.
And then remember that video of that woman who came out years ago that was saying that, and everybody thought she was crazy, and then she just disappeared.
I'm finding it odd that I'm finding it odd that everybody's been disappearing.
Let's see. How old is Jay-Z right now?
Old as dirt.
So Jay-Z is 56. And Beyonce is
40.
She gonna be like 46, I'm guessing, maybe. I think. Let's see how old she is. She's 44. 56 to 44. As a
12 years older.
12-year difference.
That's the thing. There's a fucking conspiracy theory that Beyonce's ID is fucking false.
Well, that she's not actually
She's not actually the age.
I've heard that
Yes.
she's not actually 44 or whatever. I've heard that she's actually younger than that age, and she's been lying up her age.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember a controversy about the age thing. Yeah. Because I'm like, wait a minute. At first, I thought Beyonce was younger than me. Then she was older than me. Then she became younger than me again. And I'm like, I don't even know. I'm confused now. I guess apparently looking at her age, she's younger than me. But I always thought that she was older than me too. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused right now. Let's see if I do have that video, because my Instagram for some reason is not loading up at all.
Hey, yo, Nina, don't come for Sagittariuses, okay? Don't do that. We not that bad. I'm just saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Talk about some Annies and the Sagittarius. Come on now. It's not. That was about to be a real fucked up sentence, but I like a little age gap too. Not like that. I like 3 years from my age. 12 is crazy. 10 younger is insane. And my dumbass thought that was cool at one point in time. Don't worry, he was still legal. Y'all, relax. I'm not an Epstein friend.
Trying to think, dang, I guess I don't have it in here.
What you need?
Or did you send it to me? I think you might have sent it.
I sent you the thing about Kanye talking about Pusha T and them. That's in the chat. That's the first Instagram thing I sent you. The second Instagram thing
I'm
deals with.
I'm gonna play that one real quick.
Okay.
If it behaves, well, I'll play it anyway. And we'll take our chances. Hopefully it behaves. So, hold on a second. Yeah, that's the right one.
Liars are now the face of our culture. People like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people. So how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best for somebody else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth, they didn't go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars.
Man.
Liars are now the face of our culture. People like Jay-Z and
So yeah, you heard that, what he had to say.
And I just want to throw out the fact, Ye ain't never been on no list. Say what you want about my mans. Ye ain't never been on no list. Ye still ain't on no list. He crazy as hell. Okay, cool. Y'all keep saying he crazy. Ye, crazy Ye. He ain't on the. He ain't on the. Nope. He ain't on no list. Thank you. Ye is clean, and it sucks to know that Ye is clean, but Pusha ain't. Hurts my spirit, hurts my soul. Kind of makes me start noticing the people that Kanye either pushed out or got pushed out from Kanye. Makes me look at like, damn, he must have seen some shit. He must have seen some things. Maybe that's why he's crazy. Maybe that's why he's spazzing. Maybe that's trauma from the shit that he might have been exposed to that he did not get jiggy with. Because not once has this man been on any of these motherfucking lists. Like what? What? This is insane. This is just crazy.
Oh yeah, just for context, remember, just to bring it up, sake. Remember I talked about the same man who did Melania's video. Since we talk about Epstein right now, this is Mr. Brett Ratner right here, the man who directed Melania's movie and sadly Rush Hour.
Push the button.
So he's sitting there. Oh shoot, it's not showing. Oh, there it is. I guess my screen's a little delayed. Yeah, that's him. That's old Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
And the Bill Gates one.
Bill Gates out here giving that herpes out.
Hey,
had to go get it.
He gonna try to drug his wife and then give her antibiotics while she's knocked out, so she won't know that he gave her the HIV. And we was wondering why all of a sudden she decided to divorce him.
Yeah, and took all that bread spread and was like, "Oh, I'm about to do all this research for the peoples with the HIVs and shit." Cause your nigga gave it to you. Oh, dirty dangling having yuck. Bill got the herpesiphilis Gates. That's nasty. Bill giving it out for free ass Gates. Yuck. Fucking should be ashamed of yourself.
Out there with rusted prostitutes. Shouldn't be surprising though. I mean, Russia, Slovenia. I'm pretty sure somebody else rich has done that too. I wonder who. I wonder who out there was messing with some underage young Eastern Europeans. I guess the difference is one of them decided to wife them. But then on top of that, what was it? What was one of the other crazy things? That H.W. Bush is up in there.
Dubs? Yeah, I know Dubs is in there.
Yeah, we're not talking about the son. We're talking about Pops.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear Elon Musk was begging to be in there and he got shut down.
What, on the list?
He wanted to go. He actually begged to go to one of the parties.
No,
He
bitch,
wanted,
you're weird. They didn't even look. And that's how you know that's funny. That's funny. Even the pedophiles don't even like his autistic ass. That's some shit to say. Like you don't even get to go to the bad kid party where that's some shit, Elon. Nobody likes you, bro.
there
Nobody
was
likes you, bro.
yeah, Epstein was on the phone. Let me put my camera on. Epstein was like this. It was like, yeah, he want to come, and somebody in the background's like, don't let
Yeah,
him.
man. We actually canceled the party
He's like,
today.
remember that weird ass shit he did last time?
Yeah, I
Hey,
do. I
yeah,
do
well,
remember that
sorry,
weird
man.
shit.
We
Yeah,
we
we
we,
can't.
we shut it down.
Yeah, we ain't even doing a party this month, bro. Nah, we not even. You know what? I done stopped doing them altogether. Yeah, I don't even do the kickbacks at the island no more.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to go golf? You know what? I don't even golf no more. It's crazy. I gave that up too.
Well, how about
Yeah,
eating
about that.
dinner? You know, I don't really eat dinner all the time
Yeah,
like
I
that.
stopped. I ain't order a pizza in a minute. Let's talk about that part.
I mean, I just breathe extra hard now instead of eating.
See, Jackie, I don't know. I don't even think that he wasn't because his daddy had money. You get what I'm saying?
Oh no, he was
You
rich
know what I'm
enough.
saying? Huh?
Because you got to remember, at the time, what was it, 2013? Oh, he was rich enough.
See what I'm saying? And not to mention he still
because
had his daddy's money too.
because Pusha T ain't nowhere in they category as far as money. Chris Tucker.
That shit hurt.
Now
Oh,
I
Chris
just
Tucker and
connected.
the Rush Hour director.
Oh Lord, I just connected it. Oh wow.
Come on. You know who else ain't on them lists? Denzel Washington, Spike Lee,
You know somebody
the Gap
who
Band.
else is on there, which we don't really mention very often? Will I Am.
He's not on the list, or he is?
He is on the list.
What the fuck? Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah. Let's get it started. Yeah, that him.
I mean, think about how influential he really is. Of course, he needs. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
some of them they try to say, well, no, some of them were just there as entertainers.
And I ain't trying to hear that shit. You're playing at the diddler parties?
You know, Celine Dion was there also, right?
No, not Celine. Oh
Yeah, I
my
remember the
God. She's
old
like
list.
the queen of Haiti, low key.
Yeah,
You know how
she
much?
was on there.
Do you know how many
Andrea
Haitians?
Bocelli.
Oh, bitch, Nick. What?
Yeah, they
I
both was
didn't
on
look at the
there. I
name
remember
list.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
talking
look at the
about
list.
like, remember when the initial one dropped, the Black Book, like years back?
Oh, yeah. The flight log shit.
Yeah, the flight logs, all of them were on the flight logs. Now, they just weren't sure exactly what they engaged in because he tried to say, well, we just have meetings sometimes. And then sometimes it was a party, and of course we'd have entertainment there. And then they try to say
It was just a meeting sometimes, and then sometimes, we be doing kid diddler stuff.
oh, I forgot what's those one twins. Was it like Alien? It's like these three brothers who got tried for trafficking. They were there too, and accounts that like they did some wild stuff. Oh, the one that threw me for a loop. You remember Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Yeah.
Robin Leach?
Yes.
He in there too.
Damn. Well, I mean, he
and
did do now. Granted, he did do that walkthrough of his crib. Remember, Epstein does have his own episode.
He did the Epstein episode, but on
Yes, he
top of it,
did.
but Robin Leach in there, they say he choked somebody out till they were no longer breathing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's in there. That he literally. Yeah.
Well, y'all heard about the TMZ, the head dude of TMZ's on the list. Excuse me. Talking about some, oh yeah, he's a real influential dude, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. He'll be a great, because you know he a lawyer. And he was like, oh yeah, he'll be great to have on the like retainer in a sense for when, you know, we need to get out of sticky situations.
Well, they already got Dershowitz there. I mean, so I guess they just had to make sure they had more counsel. I can't remember. What are those brothers' names? There were twins, and then they have a third brother who were on the list. Twins. Let's see, what are they names? Miami brothers stand trial. That's what it is. That's their names. Where's the name? No, I do not want to be a subscriber. What is their names? Hold on. I know there it is. Alon and his twin brother Oren. Yeah, Alon Alexander and Oren Alexander. And then they have a third brother who was there also. And this is what here, let me read this too. Breaking Miami's Alexander brothers named in newly released Epstein files. New Times identify at least 3 different incidents across 2 Epstein files that name the Alexander brothers. And the photo that it has on here, it says them attending their bond hearing December 13th, 2024. The Alexander brothers have been charged with multiple state and federal crimes, including S trafficking and the R word.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't. Oh no, I can't remember the third brother's name. But here, I'll show you them. So these are people who are on Epstein Island, and they have now been charged. Let's see, Alexander brothers. Let's see. Here. Oh, there's the third brother. What is his name? I guess I'll put this one on the screen. It'll probably pop up something, but
Jeffrey Epstein ate a lot of pizza, y'all.
Let's share this one real quick. Yeah, and shout out, I like, of all the channels that I've seen cover this, Sabby has done an amazing job. So I definitely highly recommend you guys check out the couple of videos that she's done on it. Here they are. What to know about the Alexander brothers? S trafficking trial. The men used their wealth and fame to lure women and then assault them, prosecutors say. The brothers have all denied allegations. So as you can see, these are the 2 twins. And of course, some nonsense. What the heck? No, I'm not creating a free account. Screw you. But anyway, you guys get the point. I'm not going to read that article if it's going to try to charge me. Oh, really? That's interesting, Accordy.
What?
That's very interesting. I hope that's not the case. So you see the one report he put as far as Sabi's producer. But also, when you get to the point of as big as Sabi is right now, it's probably almost impossible to keep from having some person try to infiltrate you.
Hey,
So,
Accord Lord,
yeah.
it's also which R word are we talking? Are we talking? Because one of my R word is one of my favorite R words. Okay,
No,
if we
not
talking
that
about the
one.
same R word, not my favorite one. It's great.
No, not your favorite one. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
not my favorite
I
one. That's
love
sad
I
because
love I love stuff that's great flavored. So I have a hard time using these words because I'm like, man, it messes it up for having a conversation.
I don't know who Accord Lord is, but I like you. I
What
really do. I like this person because they knew exactly. They was like, no, not your favorite one, not Tar T. No, not that one. The F word is also banned still. But I found out that
Wait,
in
do I gotta
2026,
start saying? Do I gotta start saying? I love purple now. I
purple
want the
drink.
purple
It's
drink.
purple drink.
I want the
Yeah.
purple drink now. Give me the purple
Yeah.
candy.
Purple drink. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Purple drink juice. Well, you can't even say juice for real, because you know I be using apple juice
Oh yeah,
as
yeah,
those
yeah.
people. And I call them the Welches. You know, because they live over in Welch.
That's the apple juice. But then what do they call them? Beta. I call them. That's the grape juice over there.
Man, but yeah.
No,
So
he's not in there. He just
no, he
messed
got his
up
own
on his
file.
own. Mhm.
Exactly. He got his own file. He do his own shit.
He's like, I'm a solo agent.
I don't need no help. I told y'all.
It's like remember all the 90s action stars? He's the Chuck Norris. He just out there lone wolf. But yeah, what was something else that was crazy that I remember in there? Do you man, where was that video? There was a video. Is it in my Instagram? Let me see. I probably have sent it to somebody. I know I probably sent it to somebody. Let's see. Because it was a okay, go to messages. Damn, what the hell's going on? Or did you send it to I know I sent it to people, but I think Teal might have sent I think we both saw it. I think you might have sent it to me also. Where is that? Or not. Dang, I don't know where that is at. But it was no, who was it? Maybe it was Atris. Let me see. But I know somebody else saw this video too. Or I sent it to somebody that I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check Hamza. Maybe it was Hamza. That would make sense. It would be Hamza. Nope.
It's
Yeah, I don't know who.
I get Hamza right now because Hamza be in this bad boy with the motherfucking receipts. Man, you would have thought Hamza was a motherfucking secret goddamn agent for the fucking KGB that knew some shit, that knew somebody else that knew some shit that got him the fucking business. Because Hamza just be knowing some shit, bro. If Hamza's the feds, I'm glad I know him. Because goddamn, that motherfucker just be knowing shit. I love me some Hamza.
But anyway, the video is just it's just a girl who's just she's like screaming, running around talking about they're they're turning people into snacks. They're turning people into jerky basically. And it talked about how they were taking I almost want to throw up in my mouth saying it like taking intestines and like the insides of ew. So, what was it?
I don't know if y'all heard me. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all didn't. But pretty much,
No, I didn't hear
I was gonna help Marcus out, and I was gonna let y'all know that they was doing human chitlins.
Yeah, that's what, and not cleaning them.
Without cleaning them, they was eating human chitlins without cleaning. And and this is coming from humans that are telling you that eating bacon is bad, but baby chitlins is good. I don't know where that what. Have y'all ever had bad bacon? I know for the people that's probably practicing certain religions that you haven't had a chance to ever try bacon. I'm so sorry. It's kind of like me. I ain't never been able to eat a piece of pecan pie. I'm allergic, so I get it. But like bacon is delightful for me. I love bacon.
I mean, before I switched to my faith, I've had bacon.
Thank you. That's the point I'm trying to make. Ain't it delectable? It's amazing. Kind of make you a little sad that they put it in the book and be like, you can't eat it no more. It's like, damn, kind of knew what I wanted. Like, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel bacon is addictive. But like chitlins, I do not eat chitlins.
No.
I don't do no innards of any animal, to be honest. That's just not my stilo. I don't do insides. I just do the meats. So knowing that you sitting here, not only did you bypass bacon, that's where you drew the line. But you was like, we gonna fuck these baby chitlins up. Disgusting. Weirdos. Fucking sick fucks. No wonder Eyes Wide Shut and some of the fucking movies that we watch have some of the wildest shit in it because y'all hanging around some wild motherfuckers and y'all just writing this down, making mental notes of what the fuck you seen at the Pizzagate party down the block. Went home, wrote it out in the script and was like, this shit gonna sell. Obviously. Because we can't fathom that it's real. You gotta make it seem like it's make-believe. And it's not. These niggas is weirdos. Disgusting.
I know some of the stuff that I like. I remember.
Yes, Sadiq, go ahead, baby.
I think Till, you sent me that one video. About you sent me that video about the Simpsons guy who was in there, and I'm like, I've been told people this. I'm like, I didn't tell people that he was Epstein, that he was on Epstein Island. This is way before. Like, I've been talking about the Simpsons episodes and they predictions. I'm like, this ain't predictions. It's because they part of the crew. They've been given the script, so that's what y'all are hearing. They're not predicting nothing. They're telling you what's going to happen because they already know what's going to happen. They have already been given, the TV guide before it came out.
Yeah, and you think they ain't bypassed the story with somebody to say, can we drop this one? Can we drop this one? Can we drop this one? Can we drop this one?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It got to go through some channels, baby.
And I think a big part of that is when people say, hey, I saw that they about to do blah, 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 blah off of this cartoon that I used to watch. People just look at you like, really? Tell me more about how a cartoon for teenagers and young adults is hiding secret theories in it. Yeah, please, detail more that this evil cabal is putting their plans in cartoons. That's the whole point. So it makes you look crazy.
And everybody be mad at Kanye. What? Everybody mad at Ye for what? Why y'all mad at Ye for? Ye ain't done nothing to nobody. But told you what time it was. But let them. She probably need to go. But let them. But let somebody say, "Oh, we don't like the apple juice people. We don't like the apple juice people." But the apple juice people is people that's in charge of the shit. Look at the last name.
Jackie,
I'm confused now.
I'm with you here. I used to be like, this is so nasty.
Yes, I've never done liver and onions. My mother,
My mom used to force us to eat it.
yo, she used to do that shit, and I told her, I said, Mom, I'm not doing it. I had one bite because we had a thing, no thank you bites.
Mm-hmm.
At least try one, but no.
I'd be like,
No.
well, I guess I'm just gonna be hungry tonight then.
Hold up, Ye got the call. You know what? I think the Ye that's out here apologizing and shit is not the Ye that I list. That is not the same nigga that wrote Graduation. I put that on everything. I love Lord Accord. And yes, I saw a dingo ate my baby. Said some other. Yes, a dingo ate my baby. They was out here slurping it like goddamn yogurt tubes. Insane work. But back to Accord Lord. Ye, the Ye that's talking to us right now is not. I'm convinced after seeing this whole thing with the steams and all that wild ass shit, if that shit is true, if all of this is real, if this is not just another psyop, if this isn't just something to distract us from the fuckery that's going on or whatever have you, I think that nigga's a clone. And everybody's gonna be like, well, why would they clone Kanye? Why would they clone Gucci Man? I don't know. Why the fuck would they pick Nicki Minaj to be the spokesperson for niggas? I don't know. None of it's making sense. I don't know why they picking these particular niggas.
I think whoever they could get to raise their hand.
That
and she was like, pick me. You see what I did there?
Mm-hmm. Pick me's. I love it.
That's all
I
it was.
don't know.
Hell, they might have even told her, it's like, yo, you got this situation going, that situation going. We can either make your life a little harder or you could do something for us. Now, I don't know how they thought that she would add credibility, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what was it? I think that was my main thing. As more of this stuff come out. Oh, and by the way, just prepare. We're gonna probably strike around sometime soon. Just let that swirl around for a moment.
Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the government shutdown started on Friday.
Yeah, it's a partial shutdown right now, and it's gonna go into a full-on one pretty soon. And they're saying that this one's gonna hold up longer because they want to stop ICE funding. But Iranian strikes are definitely coming soon. And I think as more information gets leaked out and they start talking about this Epstein stuff longer and longer, yeah,
at the bottom,
they're gonna drop it.
I mean,
there's already been a couple explosions recently.
Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm still here. I'm gonna mute real quick.
Yeah, not to mention recently we just had like one of the largest bombings in Gaza as of late. But like another 30 people got taken out. But that's what they're going to do because they need to distract from all this crap that's going on. This is what I think anyway. Because we can only comb through so much of it with it being 3 million. Because I guarantee you, these hot things that people have noticed, it's kind of more of these are the flashy things that people have caught. And so we've kind of noticed what other people have caught. And everybody's kind of cued in on some of these things. But when you really get down into it, it's kind of like when I've read some of these bills. When you read the bill, you'll catch some of the big eye-catching things that are on there. But when you really read through it, that's when you find stuff like, oh, well, they're going to be shutting down hospitals and this many doctors will not be getting funded. You start really reading through. Yeah, that ceasefire thing is definitely freaking over if there was any sense of an actual ceasefire. Yeah, exactly. Nothing like doing evil crap to distract from the other evil crap that's being done. And that's what's going on. I mean, and then, oh, I forgot. Did we mention what's their names? The Ellisons. The Ellisons of Oracle, they're in there too. So yes, the same person who is now taking over TikTok is in the Epstein files. And it's kind of interesting how even with all this coming out, we're not going to see not a single person touch a jail cell. In fact, I think the only other person who's been tied to it, we might see her walk out of a jail cell sometime soon. Chris says, I'm starting to think it's not true that the U.S. is a declining power. Consider it has such a vast and varied array of powers. China and Russia don't have the evil power to call on. Well, here's the thing. It's declining because it doesn't have the prowess it once had. Now, that doesn't mean it's not still dangerous. That doesn't mean it doesn't still have a lot of means on its hands that it can use. It just means that it is weakening now. And the reason why I'll say it's definitely in decline because the U.S., I don't believe is controlled by the U.S. government. When your government is completely captured by a foreign government and you're operating under the guise of that government, what does sovereignty mean? What does control of your country mean? What does patriotism mean? Because when you're patriotic to whatever the party in power or whoever the official people who are running your country want done, it all depends on the lens of which they are doing these things. Are they doing it because it's what's supposed to be in the best interest of the country, or are they doing it because they have some kind of donor or somebody who is a political benefactor or somebody who within the government has a personal self-interest that conflicts with the government? Most of the time we never know which one of the three it is, but guarantee you typically with the people who've been in power, it is one of the three. Either it's some big billionaire donor who put money into their coffers while they were running and say, I'm going to need a return on my investment. Money that they have in some kind of blind trust that they're making money off of. Or in the case of like a Biden, you have this deep conviction for the state of Israel. The same with like a Ted Cruz and some of these other knuckleheads. Let's see. At least we aren't China yet. I wouldn't be so sure. China and Russia don't have a Bill Gates and Epstein. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Russia has all kind of billionaires. So does China. I mean, here, let me pull up China as one of China's most prominent billionaires. Let's see what Jack Ma's net worth is. Right? Let's see. Jack Ma, Chinese businessman and philanthropist, is worth $31.8 billion. And I never remember the Russian billionaires, but Vladimir Potanin is worth $29.9 billion. Valjit
Is that Putin's last name?
Potanin. But you have Vajit Perov and Alexei Madashov. Apologies for butchering these names. With fortunes heavily rooted in metals, mining, oil, despite international sanctions since 2022, many Russian oligarchs have seen their net worth increase their net worth increased due to high global commodity prices. So, and there's more. You can go down the list. There's plenty of like Russian billionaires and Chinese billionaires too. That's the reason why I say that these systems are not these full-on socialist communist systems that people claim that they actually are. But yeah, oh yeah, Till, did you notice the Ellisons were on the Epstein files also?
I did not.
Mm-hmm. Which you don't need to blackmail them. They're gonna do what says anyway. It's just they are in there. And speaking of social media, right now a lot of people are fleeing TikTok because of all the new changes that have come due to Larry Ellison's, massive change in political push to support the nation that will not be named. Well, I just noticed something else that's been going on Facebook. On my Facebook, I am following a bunch of people that I had no clue I was even following. And for those who have not been onto their Facebook in a while, go and check it out. You might be surprised who you're following. Because I definitely was. I was like, I'm not following them. Here, let me just pull up some of it. Let me go into my following. Oh, granted, I've deleted some of it, but here I'll give you a couple that I'm like, I'm not following. I didn't intentionally follow them. Sky Vodka, Trident Gum, Jaguar.
What?
Mm-hmm. Bacardi. Let me keep going. Smart Start Daycare.
Do what?
Sleek Vodka. Let me keep going. I'm just naming big ones that you guys will know. But because there's a whole bunch of them in here that Heartland International Fashion Week LLC, Liberty Defense Group. What's some more that I see here that I'm like? Aero Security, whatever the heck that is. Vice President Kamala Harris. I already unfollowed from JD Vance. They had me following JD Vance also. What's a couple more that's in here? Cheesecake on Point. Not that that's bad or anything, but when did I start following them? Advanced Cosmetic Surgery. St. Luke AME Church.
Why are you following these people?
I don't ever remember following any of these people. Oreo. Chevrolet. Ford Motor Company. Minute Maid. I don't know. That's why I say check. You might be surprised. Southern Poverty Law Center. Now This Weed. Nepal Church in New York. What? I was like, what? Like where did this shit come from? Paramount Network. Joe Kennedy III. MTV Decoded. Huh? Ezra Klein. I'm telling you, every one of these that I'm naming, these are not ones which I have followed myself. Occupy Democrats. MS Now. Maybe Vice News. I might have did that one. But there's a bunch of them that TED Talks. Don Lemon. I ain't following no damn Don Lemon.
I was about to say, you follow Don Lemon, bro?
DL Hughley?
Oh, I hate that man.
I don't follow DL Hughley. Let's see. I mean, there's so many that are in here that I'm like, CNN, BBC, CNN International, Netflix is in here. I did not follow none of the. I probably am at this point. I probably am at this point. CBS News is in here. Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm like, Family Feud Live. Yeah, it don't make any sense. Angela Yee. Yeah, I don't. Just saying, y'all might want to check out shit. Y'all never know who it's tying you to and who it's saying that you're following now. But I see you sent something, so let me check, see what you sent.
Oh, that's about the squid. Now the last video is about Epstein. I don't know if that's gonna play either. It'd be nice if it does. Or the second to last one.
The second to last one. You want me to play that one?
Yeah,
first?
that'll wrap up our Epstein thing. Because it just started breaking down a lot of stuff that they got going on.
Well, here, let me grab that one first. Let's see. So let me get back. Search. Yeah, but on the Epstein thing, I think we're only gonna find crazier and crazier stuff because that's normally how this stuff works. The more you dig into it, the crazier it gets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that guy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I got him up here twice. Here, let me share.
Board of directors for an organization called the Lifeboat Foundation. He was also on the board of directors for an organization called Teachers in Space. Look them both up. They actually exist. They have websites. They don't even try to hide what they're doing. The Lifeboat Foundation builds giant underground cities, okay? They openly advertise it, and for a fee and with an application letter, they might accept you to join their little society where they apparently have whole cities underground. They also advertise people would take the clients off-world in the event of a catastrophe. And it's really interesting because Teachers in Space also talks about taking payloads off-world, which is all really weird, right? It gets even more interesting. You see, Donald Barr was the one who inducted Jeffrey Epstein with zero experience into the Dalton Institute, where he was a teacher. Donald Barr wrote a really interesting book called Relations in Space about an aristocratic elite trafficking children into space. Are you following me here? What's even weirder is the district attorney that was supposed to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein and bring him to justice was literally William Barr, Donald Barr's son. Now, the Lifeboat Foundation is really interesting because in 1996, they pioneered wireless money transfers. They're the second organization in the world to ever do this. This is a decade or two before Bitcoin even was a concept, right? So you got an organization that is doing wireless money transfers that are untraceable, large sums of money, and they're building giant underground infrastructures. It gets even weirder. I found out through looking on archive.org that Lifeboat Foundation has a homeless youth outreach program. And they used to have a whole station in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, the Rhinelander, Wisconsin area. And they had this meeting in 2017, a homelessness problem-solving meeting, right? So you have an organization that's interested in homeless youth interested in wireless money transfers, and interested in underground infrastructure. I don't know if you guys heard about Sasha Riley, but he's telling the truth. He was trafficked by the Epstein elite. He was in snuff films that he survived, but he witnessed people get unalived. And what I'm telling you is it gets crazier. The reason why Epstein surrounded himself with the scientific elite is because he was doing human cloning and he was doing consciousness transferal and stuff like this. I swear to God, I know this gets crazy, but it's true. And what I'm telling you is he had celebrities down there. He had a cloning center down there. And I know because I some of these films. They're on the dark web. I'm in films on the dark web, okay? And what they're going to try to say is it's all AI.
Here's what's at the bottom of the Epstein rabbit hole.
Congratulations. You've made it to the bottom of the Epstein rabbit hole. Pay close attention.
So were you guys able to hear that?
I was.
Okay.
Because, God damn. God damn. It sounds like Fallout to me.
Never know.
I mean, I told y'all I think GA clone.
I know for a fact that they did have these like fallout shelter like cities that the government had created in the 50s because they were worried about nuclear war with Russia.
Mm-hmm. And I bet Ghislaine Maxwell's daddy wasn't part of the infrastructure for that. Epstein's granddaddy was part. Man, listen. Don't get me started. I know they all got parts on parts on parts.
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
Sorry. I said I know they all got parts on parts on parts in this. Cause I mean, man, listen. I feel like my brother right now. Like, what the fuck can we do about this? These motherfuckers got too much money.
Yeah.
Too much motherfucking money.
Yeah.
Too much fucking money. All right. So, other weird shit that's going on in the world. They got a picture of a colossus squid in the ocean. Then they found out this big ass squid is a baby. So where's his mama? That's question number 1, and that's the last video that I sent you. So, where the fuck is this squid's mama? Also, the Sharkcanos are the sharks of the volcano that are living in a 400-degree goddamn volcano is crazy as hell too. And I'm with Accord Lord. I am so ready for the aliens to come do they big one. Be it Jesus on a fucking chariot coming from, heaven or whatever, wherever they at. Just come bring that ass on. I think they're filling reservoirs too. But
clicked the wrong button. Sorry. Wrong one. That it clicked.
Nah, man. I don't believe that. I believe that they are utilizing that water and filling up reservoirs somewhere else. Prime example is look at the fires that happened in California. We can't account for none of the water that happened over there because they damn sure didn't use it to fucking get rid of them fucking fires.
Good gracious things. Acting crazy.
And the rights of the water in California are owned by 2-3 families or some shit. Ain't that right, Marcus?
One family owns, but it's like 2 or 3 families total.
See what I'm saying? They ain't cooling down no fucking servers. They finna goddamn do their big one in a little bit. They about to show us exactly where that water went to.
Deep sea species discovery expedition in the South Sandwich Islands. Schmidt Ocean, in partnership with Ocean Census, have captured the first live footage of a small colossal squid in the deep sea at home in its natural environment. And although this was not the main
Lord knows I can't stand a white lady with blue hair.
goal of their mission, it is the first confirmed live footage of this animal in the Antarctic deep sea. They were looking in a relatively understudied region of the deep sea around the South Sandwich Islands. And as part of observing the water column, they happened to catch footage of this animal. They were not specifically targeting the colossal squid. They were looking to see what deep sea animals were around. And as their ROV Sebastian descended through the water column, they glimpsed this small glass squid. I really love that we have seen a young colossal squid first. This animal is so beautiful. It helps us to shine a bit of a light on the animal without some of that monster frenzy hype that we may get when we eventually do. That said, a lot of us would still really love to see the large version, the adult version. Recently on a deep sea species discovery.
I was wondering.
Huh?
That Squid Game.
Marcus didn't pay our FBI agent this month for Black History Month. You know you got to pay this man extra for Black History Month, Marcus. Why did you not pay our FBI agent? I told you about this shit.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I
though?
hear you just fine. You good, me though?
Okay. I figure it closing. I want to throw something out there, and I want to ask just to do a little quick survey. Since the Super Bowl is next week, I want to figure what was some of y'all favorites halftime performances, Super Bowl halftime performances. Because somebody asked me, and I had to really think. And now I've come up with at least like a top 3. My top 3. But I'm curious what for those who do watch the Super Bowl and enjoy the Super Bowl halftime performances, what are some of y'all favorite ones?
Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Prince. Not in that order.
Damn, ours are very, very similar.
Yeah. It's okay, Jackie. Do y'all have halftime performances for the football that y'all be watching over there?
Not like these.
And I'm not. Oh, and I wasn't trying to be facetious, or that was not some satire either. I'm really curious. I ain't never really seen. Well, that's because we don't have their type of television, but I've never known. Like, do y'all got halftime shows in y'all sports? By the way, Cardi B called a 4-year-old toddler a bitch on Instagram. Baby, I ain't gonna hold you, yo, Nina. I be calling kids bitches too. I can't really fault her for that because I don't be meaning it. I almost called Marcus one today and I wasn't even meaning it in a derogatory way. I was just so upset with the fact that he has a fucking birthday tomorrow and he put it second to motherfucking goddamn. Oh yeah, my birthday is the second day of Black History Month. No, nigga. It's your birthday. It's your birthday first. It just so happens that white people made Black History Month around your birthday.
I be forgetting about it sometimes.
How you kick out of me? Till we don't do stuff like that in English football, just football.
Hey, thanks. I
Thank you,
literally
Jackie.
been forgetting. I didn't even know Ladarius was here.
Hey, Ladarius, he been quiet. He been quiet today.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't saying much of shit. I peeped it. We wait for you to get on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We always be waiting. He always know he got an infinite invitation. Oh wow. Warren's birthday is on MLK's actual birthday.
I'm so sorry. Y'all, like I told y'all, I had a hot take on the fact that I'm not really banging with MLK right now. That's not my favorite. He's not my fave, y'all. It's not my fave.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Michael Jackson Super Bowl as a number. That would be my number one. Michael Jackson, followed by Prince, and I want to say Usher would be my number three. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, those that's my top.
I do. I be calling babies bitches sometimes. Sometimes it's in a loving term of endearment. I mean, I be calling my little guy kids little N-words too. I'm calling, what's up, little nigga? Can't help it. White kids, black kids, all my god kids. I got a mixed array of god children. I be calling their asses all types of shit.
So
thank you, Accord Lord. Some babies be bitches. I'm sorry.
So who were the worst halftime performers? Oh wow. Before the new Super Bowl era, like the old ones just used to be like a marching band would come out. It was like high school.
Bruce Springsteen. By far the worst. Bruce Springsteen. Shit. Yeah, the Paul McCartney one was a bore.
Paul McCartney was,
that shit was terrible. I think I'm mixing him with Bruce Springsteen. Nevertheless,
Patti LaBelle and Tony Bennett.
Oh my god,
they did that with like an Indiana Jones theme going. It was all over the place. It was so all over the place. I really wish that Aerosmith, they could have just did Aerosmith by themselves.
Didn't they do Run DMC too?
No, they did Aerosmith and NSYNC together.
Damn, because I love me some NSYNC, but even I know they shit was trash.
No, but what they did is they did one Aerosmith song, one NSYNC song, one Aerosmith song, one NSYNC song.
Yeah, it was like a battle.
Yeah, they did it more like a versus. And I'm like, no, what's the one where I'm trying to remember what Super Bowl was that where ZZ Top came out? That one was hot ass. That whole concert was, well, that was probably one of the worst ones for me. I don't know. And I'm not big on country, so I think what's her name? Was it Shania Twain or whatever when she did hers? I wasn't feeling that one. I didn't feel none. The two country, I think it was like two of them where they were country, and I just wasn't feeling those at all. Another one low key that I give credit to. I don't know how many people in the audience mess with rock music at all, but The Who. I think The Who did a really good job. That one felt like you were in a concert. I mean, that was a good one.
Maroon 5 was ass and Madonna's was ass.
Yeah. The 40 Years of Motown, the Motown one was good except for one lady. Oh my God, what's her name? What is it? Martha and the Vandellas. I guess she got up there in age and the notes wasn't hitting the same way. I mean, the Temptations did their thing. Smokey came out, he did his thing. That was good. Boys II Men came out, they did their thing. Even who else was there? Queen Latifah was singing. Queen Latifah was there singing also.
Jesus.
Hers was good. Oh, another one. This will surprise you. I didn't really like this one. Stevie Wonder.
They should be having it.
And Gloria
Estefan. Mm-hmm.
That was.
I never liked Gloria Estefan any fucking way.
That was not a good mix. That was not a good mix at all.
They just be putting Stevie with anybody. Just because Stevie makes magical music with any person in the studio does not mean you just need to be pairing that nigga up with anybody.
Yeah,
Let him at least see what he about to get himself into. Ha 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 ha. Sorry,
yeah.
I couldn't let it go.
I'm trying to think. Another one I like. I don't know how everybody else is, but the Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers, I kind of like that when they brought out James Brown. They brought out a couple of people.
Mm-hmm.
That I like theirs. No, Aretha hasn't performed there.
Well, she ain't gonna do it now, ain't she? Dead?
Yeah, she did now. I don't see anybody topping Michael Jackson's though.
No, that man had stunt doubles on top of billboards at the bitch. That nigga was doing magic tricks before he even got to the stage. That nigga had somebody on top of. First off, you know how dangerous. You know how dangerous that shit is on top of it. This nigga was on top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, he had like three or four Michael Jacksons pop up in random places.
Yeah, like it was like a magic trick. Like, what's behind your ear? Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Look to the right. Boom, Michael Jackson on the scoreboard. Like that shit is insane. This nigga doing backflips and twirls and shit, and the next thing, bum bum bum. Now that nigga on the middle of the stage. What the fuck? He out here doing CGI before CGI was even CGI.
Yeah, because if you saw it, like for those who didn't see it, like you're looking at the billboard and it's showing not billboard, but you're looking at the screen and Michael Jackson's like standing there in one of his poses, and then you see him like it's like he's being like beamed up, tractor beamed up, and then boom, he just hops up on top of this. And so he goes from the screen to being literally on top. And then he did that a couple of times on different screens, and then all of a sudden now he's on stage. It was like, what the hell? And then when he brought out all the kids, how you gonna hate on that? And
We are the world.
And then before that, somehow he got all the people in the stadium to hold up signs to make it look like kids all the way around the stadium. That was dope. And I mean, he literally found kids from like everywhere. Like you had like a girl who looked like she's probably from Nigeria, and one from Cameroon, with another one that looked like she's from Sweden, and then like another one that looked like she's from the Great Wall of China. I mean, he brought people from and dressed in their cultural like traditional clothing and stuff. It was dope. What other one that we missing that I think was good?
Prince was epic because it rained while he was raining during Purple Rain. Insane. And then the sheet with the silhouette.
Oh yeah. While he's playing Purple Rain.
Yes. Oh my fucking God. Beautiful. Well done. So beautiful. Like, I don't know if he paid the rain gods to like. The Rain was a paid actor, had to be.
It's crazy. I don't know how they got it to happen. Like before it started, you saw huge big lightning flash in the sky right before it started.
He literally paid God to do a feature. Obviously, we're talking about Prince.
That shit was wild.
He was like, hold on, y'all. I don't need no pyrotechnics. I don't need none of y'all niggas to help. Let me call in a favor. And he called God, and God was like, yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. Because like what? The lightning and the rain paid actor, bro.
Now it's a couple that I'm not gonna say that it was bad, but I was like, it's all right. Rihanna, I gotta be honest, it was a little lackluster, and I get it. She was pregnant, so
no, that shit was weak sauce. Kendrick Lamar's performance last year was insane.
I was kind of more of a I don't know, because
I was happy that I got a theatrical performance for that album.
Yeah, but for everybody who didn't really follow the album, we're just kind of sitting there like,
art.
Okay. I mean, it didn't like give like honestly, it felt like he took an opportunity to showcase himself to a brand new audience to just say, I'm just gonna spend another time to spin the block on Drake and just give a concert to my fans, my most loyal fans. And so it made it feel like a lot of people who weren't like huge Kendrick fans to follow everything he does. Everybody didn't feel like they was included.
That's unfortunate, but like I guess I am a Kendrick fan because I've seen Kendrick in concert a few times. His sets are always super theatrical. His sets are always super pro-black. They're always there's a message underlined in how he presents his songs. So like hearing his album is one thing, but watching him perform it completely different. And I don't know. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I get like
Hey,
okay,
Drake.
the
Heard you
next
like his
day,
album.
you know, having to go through and break down all what he was trying to say and this and that. I mean, I get it, but
It was a lot. I get it.
I just would have rather, man, just give me a good time. You got so many bangers that you really could have brought a whole bunch of people who are not familiar with Kendrick Lamar to like, dang, let me go check to see what this dude is about. But you had to like know so much context to really get down with the performance. I mean, not that it wasn't entertaining, not that some of it we can catch without knowing, but if you didn't have like some context to it, you didn't know what the hell was really going on.
I love Jackie, y'all. I love Jackie. She just comes in with her beautiful, unpop polluted American. I love it. Yes,
Oh,
Jack. No, Jackie. We be knowing they be telling us like 6 months ahead of the time. So this year it's
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
I already
Me
know I'm about to
personally,
love it. I'm about to love it. So
Hey, I'm semi-fluent in Spanish, so I'm gonna be able to I listen to some Bad Bunny songs. Ain't gonna hold you. His last album has some bangers. But for the people that are not happy with Ice right now, I don't know how this is gonna go.
or for the people who love Ice right now, they probably not going to be happy either because it was a bunch of people that tried to get a petition signed to get Bad Bunny taken off of the halftime performer. And so I'm like, you got to realize Bad Bunny is literally one of the biggest stars worldwide right now.
And he's from Puerto Rico, so he's a citizen.
Yeah, he's an
Stupid.
American citizen too, which a lot of Americans still don't get that. Oh, that's right. And Green Day is going to be opening up for him. So I think, well, Green Day, I already know they about to do some political stuff that's going to piss off everybody on the right. Actually, Bad Bunny got a couple of songs that he could do, but like his last album really was more of a love letter to Puerto Rico, and it was kind of jumping back to a time before Puerto Rico start being, you know, gentrified by Americans. That's what it was kind of more, because this one he threw more of a salsa twist to it than he normally does. And it's kind of more like some of his songs just are nostalgic for people who listen to you know, salsa and reggaeton and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be dope. Yeah, Prince is from Minneapolis. Yes, Jackie. But I do kind of wonder how Bad Bunny's gonna play for people who don't speak Spanish or who, you know, who aren't familiar with any of his music. I mean, because like as soon as I heard that he was going to be performing, the one thing that's been racking my brain is, okay, what songs is he gonna do? One I already know that he's gonna. One I know for a fact that he's gonna do because he did it in the promo video. So that song is definitely going to be one of them that's played. But I don't know. I honestly want to get on that Cowshy site and bet like at least one other song that I know he's going to do. Like the song that if I had to bet one song that I know that he's going to do that he didn't do in the that's not in the promo video, I say he's gonna do Monaco. You know which one that one is, right, Jill? The video where he got Al Pacino in it. Uh-oh, lost Jill. I think they're probably gonna they'll probably also do something where they'll have subtitles or something on the billboards, maybe. Or maybe some kind of subtitles on the stage. I don't know. They'll probably figure out something. I figured, hey, it's 2026. They could probably do some kind of like graphic of having, you know, the translation be in the sky or something, holographically, you know, over the stage. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys are not familiar with Super Bowl performances, you can go and actually check them out. You can find all of them online. But if you haven't seen any of them, like Jackie, you haven't seen, I highly recommend two that I say definitely see, and it's probably universally everybody love these, is going to be Michael Jackson and Prince. For me, they're number one and number two, hands down. Now, I guess some people can make arguments for other ones that are thrown in there, maybe a Bruno Mars. Some people depending may like Beyonce, which I wasn't feeling the Beyonce.
Hated the
Really.
Beyonce. I mean, Beyonce did a good. I mean, she performs well anyway, but was not. Man, Bruno's my nigga. Little coked out Bruno. I love me some coked out Bruno, y'all. I don't like Bruno unless he on that powder. Chris Brown ain't gotta have time performance, but let me tell you something. Chris Brown ever get the chance, boy, he about to blow that bitch out the goddamn water. Y'all gonna be saying top three performances: Michael Jackson, Prince, Chris Brown. That man is gonna shit on any other performance ever. That's why they won't give it to him.
Yeah, I want to see a Chris Brown Super Bowl halftime. Man,
baby,
stat that needs to happen.
That shit gonna be so stacked just off of features. He's gonna have the song. His catalog is insane, man. Don't even get me started on Breezy. I'm a Breezy fan.
Think about how many people he can bring on. Like I know
T-Pain.
Dude, he could bring on T-Pain. He could bring on what's my boy Afrobeats? Wiz Kid.
Yeah.
That would be fire to bring Wiz Kid on stage. Dude, he did man, he could come on with Busta Rhymes.
He could honestly hold it down his motherfucking self.
He could. I mean, he could definitely.
No, I'm just saying he's so good. He can literally hold it down himself, or he can do 30 seconds of a whole bunch of fucking songs and bring out a slew of people: Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Busta Rhymes, Wiz Kid, T-Pain, Tyga. If you really, if you really care about that, Big Sean. Got like it's a list of people. Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign. Jesus. The list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Chris Brown. Anyway, sorry, y'all. It's about 8 o'clock my time. I got to make some dinner. I got to get my life together.
Yeah, I figure that's a good note to end out on. But yeah, Super Bowl next week. I look forward to it. Even though I don't give a crap about either of these teams playing, got to watch it. Anyway, and get ready for the next season.
Look, Accord Lord, I don't know who you are. Follow my Twitch, Boo Boo Kitty Fucks. But, baby, let me tell you something. Chris Brown, a little bit of cocaine. I've seen that man perform. I've seen that man in concert. That man danced for 2 hours straight and sung live. That man did he was looking like Drewski ziplining across the crowd, okay? Still doing backflips and hitting all the notes. Like, Chris Brown is insane. I think he might be an alien too. I don't fucking know.
You know somebody because I remember it, I think it was Jackie brought up Aretha. You know an old school artist who's still around who they could put up there. I don't see them doing it. But
Patti motherfucking LaBelle.
No, I wasn't thinking Patti.
Oh, my bad.
Because Patti performed.
Oh, she did. And she's done a couple of national anthems. Never mind.
But
Anita Baker. I don't know. I'm just naming bitches now.
You just naming it.
Naming black women, old black women that need some stardom.
Shaka Khan.
Oh my God, her ass is fine as dirt too. I'm not gonna get into it today. I'm sorry, y'all.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan a baddie. She a baddie for old, like
She
for a little old.
she got some jams.
Yes, she do.
That would be I'm just saying.
Dionne Warwick, girl, Jackie, you pulled that up out your ass. I love her.
Oh, but you could have her bring a couple of them out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But yes, y'all, love y'all. See y'all next week. Y'all be great, be safe, be blessed. Follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. Don't follow us on Facebook because then you're gonna start following weird shit too. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I just started. Let me put this out here real quick. I gotta remember. I just started an Upscrolled. So for anybody who's hopping on Upscroll, look for me over there. I'm gonna start putting my content over there because I'm not messing with TikTok. I'm not. They got a bunch of BS going on that I don't want no parts of. So yeah, follow me over there on Upscrolled. I'm gonna start doing my thing over there. But all right, this has been the Political Matrix. I'm Marcus Young Morpheus Cage here with my lovely co-hosts.
Woo! Voodoo in nature, y'all.
All right, and thank you all for tuning in. Y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
There is discrimination in this world, and slavery and slaughter and starvation. Governments repress their people. Millions are trapped in poverty, while the nation grows rich, and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfection of human justice, the inadequacy of human compassion, our lack of sensibility towards the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moment of life, that they seek as we do, nothing but the chance to live out their lives in purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can.